are being used by a lot of global brands, even though a lot of attention is not being said globally about where they come from. But I want to tell you that today marks a starting point towards changing the narratives. Today, your presence here means a lot to start this journey of saying that, yes, we can. Yes, we can do great works with beauty. Yes, our children can go and study a PhD in the beauty industry. Yes, you can be a lawyer and follow your passion into a beauty industry and become a billion-dollar company. And yes, you can pursue beauty as your career. So there are so many possibilities with beauty. There is power in beauty. We are united in this room because of beauty. And with our united force, we are going to get our voices heard, not just within the policy makers, in the different senates in different countries that make up the African continent, but we're going to create an African beauty that moves the world. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. And together, these 3 days, we're going to do magic. Thanks again.
Knowledge packed into this day one alone, and you don't want to miss out on anything at all that we're doing. If you're making content, please don't forget to tag us on Instagram and other social media platforms. Official hashtag will be communicated to you in due time. If you're ready for this next session, let me hear you make some noise. Well, y'all sound like, well, are we ready or not? Are we ready? Are we not ready? If you know you're ready for this session, come on, let me hear you make some noise. I'll give you one more chance to do that. Again, how loud your shout is will determine the level of energy that the panelists are going to put in this conversation. So if you're ready, come on, make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. That's more like it. That's more like it. This morning, to start us off, we're going to be talking about the grit behind the glam. And we're going to be hearing raw stories of startup success. I know many of you in the room are business owners and you're looking to scale your business. And of course, the things that will be shared this morning will help you scale your business. I will bring to the stage now to moderate this session, and she will do justice by introducing the rest of the panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome one of your favorites, the Northern Belle herself. Please receive with me the one, the only, the inimitable Hawa Magaji.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Come on, guys. Is that the energy we are having this afternoon? Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Here, are we excited for this panel conversation we are going to be having this afternoon? Okay, I just like to come down from the stage to mingle with you guys a bit, ask how you're feeling, so we are not strangers during this conversation, okay? Hi, good afternoon. How are you feeling?
I'm so excited to be here.
Yay! Who are you most excited to see on this panel?
I think the last person that came to talk, right?
Okay, the last person that came to talk. Nice. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hawa Magaji, and I'm going to be moderating 2 panel sessions this afternoon. I'm panting. Calm down. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to be introducing the amazing panelists I'm going to be having with me on stage. Please, when I call them up, clap for them, because it's not easy to be here doing this, okay? Okay? Okay. The first panelist that will be joining me this morning is the gorgeous, the beautiful Fumilayo Ifekoya, the CEO of African Rhapsody. Please put your hands together till Fumilayo gets to her seat. Super gorgeous Oluchi Madubweke, co-founder and CEO of Muna and Luchi. After her, we have the glorious Glory Ama. She is the CEO and founder of Amari Healthcare, Hair Care. Please keep your hands clapping for her. Thank you very much. Up next, we have the gorgeous Ngozi Ezeka Atta, the founder of Yaga Beauty Skin. And last but not the least, we have the gorgeous Abigail Egbebuna, the founder of Abi Naturals. Go, Abby, go, Abby, go. Go, Abby, go, Abby, go. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am so excited to get into this conversation with you guys this morning. Are you guys excited for the panelists we have here? I love that. So this morning, the first panel conversation we are going to be talking about the grit behind the glam, the raw stories of startup business. And I don't know if most of the people we have here in the crowd have startup businesses, but one thing we always hear about is how hard it is to start up a business in Nigeria. Maybe it's hard anywhere else in the world, but they always say starting up anything in Nigeria is really, really difficult. So I love that I have all these amazingly talented female CEOs on here to give us, a bit of insight on how they started and how their journey was. And, just take what you can take with you, take whatever resonates with you, take whatever notes you can take from this. And I hope, each and every one of us here learns a thing or two, okay? Okay, so let's get straight into the conversation. And I'm going to start from the end. I'm going to start with Abby. Go, Abby, go, Abby, go! I love that. Okay, Avi, so I'm going to start with you. And I want to ask you, beyond social media and beyond the glitz and the glam, tell us a bit about starting a business in Nigeria.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abigail Egbebuna, CEO of Abi Naturals, a natural hair care brand that helps to nourish women, children's hair, and keep your hair healthy. So starting a business in Nigeria, it is not easy, just like she rightly said. It is not easy. When I started, I didn't know that it's going to be this difficult. I just had a solution, and I saw a problem, and I wanted to solve it, which was postpartum hair loss. That was the birth of my own journey. So I saw a whole lot of women having postpartum hair loss, and I experienced it, and I saw it was a problem, and I wanted to solve it. But now, solving it, starting up a business, and going about how to structure your business, grow a business in Nigeria, it is very difficult. You need to have the right structure, you need to have the right mindset, you need to have the right positioning. What do you want your business to be? What do you want to stand out for? What do you want people to know your brand for? But once you have this passion, once you have this solution you want to bring to the table, it's going to help you solve a whole lot of problems. And it's going to help you keep going in the business. Because without passion, the business would die. Without passion for what you do, you would not stand in a business like in Nigeria. Nigeria is it's a difficult place to run a business, actually, especially for startups. There are a whole lot of issues, challenges. You have staff issues. You have funding issues. You have a whole lot of them. But one thing that will keep you going and make sure you stand out and still stand strong in your business is your passion for that business. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Abby. I like that you mentioned, what made you start your business, the challenge, and what you saw, that it made you decide, I want to start Abby Naturals. I'm going to come to you, Ngozi, just, touching a bit with what you already said. What are some of the struggles, you have faced starting off your own business? She mentioned staffing, and a bunch of other things. But I want you to just touch on that for us a little bit. What are some of the struggles you faced starting Yaga Beauty?
Thank you so much, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Ngozi Ezeka Atta. I'm the founder of Jaga Beauty and also Skin Aesthetic Clinic. It's such an honor and privilege to be here today and to have a room full of people listening. Thank you for coming. So I started Jaga Beauty as a company in 2010 officially, but I started as a makeup artist. And then I transitioned in 2020. So I shut my studio down in 2017. And when I did, literally I was out of a job. I did not have anything. Sometimes I didn't even have money to buy sanitary towel. Not to say my husband wouldn't give me, but I mean, there are some things that you cannot go ahead and be asking for. Anyway, by 2020, that's like the peak of COVID, right? 2017, I shut my studio down, not because it wasn't doing well, but because I just felt that there was more. Let me just say I started business out of passion, and I knew nothing about business. So I was making money, but I did not know how to scale. I did not know how to grow. So at a point, I just felt tired going through the routine, making people up, running up and down with a box, and all of that, you know. And so by 2017, I shut my studio, and 2018, I got pregnant for my second child. And by 2019, after I gave birth, 6 months after I gave birth, I had cystic acne all over my face. If you know what cystic acne is, those painful big bumps. I don't know where it came from because I usually would not have that. I guess my hormones were just all over the place. I remember I was out of a job, so I couldn't splurge on skincare. So what did I do? I went online. I had some things, and before then, Jaga Beauty had this special product called activated charcoal, and I went online to just begin to search for what I could use. That's why sometimes when people talk down on people using honey and things for their skin, I just look on because it worked for me. But that's where my journey started from. But the thing that made a difference was that I drew up a routine for myself, and I told myself, this is what I'm going to be doing every single day. Let's just say that's where the journey started from, because after that, I started trying to get back on track. It was difficult. Remember, I didn't have funds, nothing, and I started with this same routine, you know, I decided to start helping people during lockdown, and that was where it started from. But one of the challenges I have faced will be funding. Now, not to say there is no money. I mean, I've literally started my businesses from the little money that I have. I've bootstrapped most of the time. But I remember the first time I started Jaga Beauty Skincare in 2020. By 2021, I wanted to participate in our very first Black Friday sales. If anyone knows what Black Friday sales, for me then it was the first time hearing about it. But I hear that that's where you make the big money and get the big crowd. So I called my bank. And I said I wanted, please, give me 500,000. I just need 500. I want to stock up on my raw material so that I can meet a demand. They say, Madam, you've not been in business for a while. You don't have any track record. We can't give you. I cried. But what did I do? The morning of the Black Friday sale, I was coming out of, I believe so much. I mean, she's rightfully said it, that it's quite a challenge starting a business in Nigeria, how much more maintaining. However, there's always a God factor. And I remember that day I just prayed, and as I stepped out, the Holy Spirit just told me to put out the flyer. And I did. I said 50% off. At that point, I was selling a rose water for 1,500. Imagine doing 50% off on fire. But he said, just do it, you know, and I did it. And right there, I didn't have the products. I just had the ads. But I put it out there, and I said 24-hour sales. Now, not many people knew us. We had just started. Do you know that this was around 10 a.m.? By 1 a.m., I had made 2.5 million. Yes. People just kept paying and paying. And that's how the bank refused to give me money. And I got more than that in less than 24 hours. However, it's been a challenge, you know, scaling. You know, with each time you go back to the bank for small businesses in Nigeria, they tell you you don't have what it takes. Your turnover is not meeting the kind of money. And when you're talking about scaling, for instance, we need to build a factory that can meet up with the demand for our products. But we don't have that facility right now. So I'm so glad I'm sitting before you, Ma, because last year when I won the pitch of the 5 million, it was a lifesaver. Literally, it came at the right time. And these have been the way that we have been going up. Literally, we've been putting ourselves out there and winning grants, winning pitches. And if you're here and you're about to start, I'll advise you, don't give up. Just keep putting yourself out there. There's somebody watching you. People are watching you. People will believe in you. And before you know it, you will begin to ride on the wings of people that you never believed will help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ngozi. I like your response to that question because you've in turn helped me with my question for Glory. But thank you so much for that response. And I like that, you also touched on funding being one of the fundamental challenges, startup businesses face here in Nigeria. Brings me to my next question to Glory. They always say, starts, just starts. Oh, you have a passion for this thing, just starts. You know how to make shea butter, just starts. Start with the little in your house, start. But let's actually speak about the realities of just starting and what it actually entails to just start, and the difficulties and the realities of actually even having access to this capital to be able to properly fund the business. So I just want to actually go into the realities of it all. That's my question to you, Glory.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. My name is Glory. I'm founder of Amari. So speaking of doing business in Nigeria and just starting, which I actually absolutely did, I would say that I have a love-hate relationship with doing business in Nigeria, more so because we're a developing nation, and because we are developing, there are actually a lot of opportunities. For instance, we own the first dedicated scalp care brand. How many other countries can you say, somebody can, in 2025, can own the first of how many things? So because we are a developing nation, there are actually a lot of opportunities. I think recently we posted a video of using kola nut to make our serum, and it really got a lot of, spotlight, and it gets people interested because nobody in this space is doing that, again, because we're developing. But then on the other end, you get into it and you realize, okay, this is why nobody is doing this. I remember going for my first beauty round table talk, and I was really excited, and it was a number of beauty brands. This is not to say there's anything wrong with outsourcing your manufacturing, but I was the only person in the room that was manufacturing in Nigeria. And when I left the room, and I was like, so okay, and because I started my business really young, so it has really just been a learning journey. So it's that part of, okay, so this makes sense now. But I would say that you just start, and trust me, you might not know where the next, or you might not have all the answers. Even, to be fair, even outside Nigeria, most times no business has all the answers at the beginning. You start and you figure it out. It is impossible, okay, let me not say impossible, but it is almost impossible to start your business anywhere, and what you first had the idea for stays the same. So just starting can mean, selling to that one customer that tells you, oh, this thing smells this way, and you change it and you get better. And just starting can mean your market research. Just starting can mean, putting your product out there, and, somebody spotlights you, like Beauty in the Motherland. So I would actually like to talk about that, because I remember last year we had realized that our hair growth serum, the way we were going about it, was not necessarily the way we should go. And we wanted to rebrand as the Caffeine Scalp Serum, not to get too much into that. And then that was the year that I and my sister walked into Nectar Beauty Hub for the first time. And I was like, wow, it was almost like a cosmetic haven. And I said, how can a small brand get into this store? And coincidentally, I saw the flyer for Beauty in the Motherland pitch competition. We were supposed to launch the Caffeine Scalp Serum in January. Beauty in the Motherland was in October. We did not have a lot, but you see, I just knew that I had to be there. I did not know what was going to happen from there. I did not know that I was going to meet a wonderful woman like Mrs. Beatrice Ene. I didn't know I was going to speak to all of these people. But all I knew was, you know what, this is an opportunity, and I just started. And honestly, you can really just tell from there. Since just starting in October, I cannot believe that we are in Med Plus. That is amazing. So I would say you wouldn't know the answers. I never knew that we would have a beauty pitch competition, but sometimes really, there's no way to say it, but dip your leg inside that water. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I love how you answered that question. Just dip your leg inside the water. Start. Mix anything. Start. As long as you have the passion for that thing, just start it. You learn along the way. It gets better along the way. It gets perfected along the way. So just start. I'm going to come to you, Oluchi. Hi, gorgeous. let's speak about what people don't really see a lot of. People see the glitz, people see the glamour, people see your social media, and people see the good parts of the business. Let's speak about what happens behind the scenes. Like, I, for one, I'm not even going to lie, I've had 1, 2, at least 3 businesses that I have started with passion that has run itself into the ground. You know, I remember I had a time where I started selling Ankara fabrics. I had a phase. I'm a northern girl, by the way, so I wear a lot of Ankaras. I had a phase where and I said, I have passion for this thing. Let me start selling. Where is the business today? And there was passion. So I'm just saying, let's speak about the parts that people don't see, the failures, the burnouts, you know, the so many times that you want to give up, but then you decide, oh no, this is actually my daily bread. This is what I'm going to use to build that generational wealth for my family. So I am not going to give up. And let's just speak about staying the course, even when, you know, everything else around you is falling apart and you think you want to give up. So that's my question to you, Oluchi.
Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to honor Mrs. Beatrice Ene. Thank you, ma. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you, everyone, for coming. Yes. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Howard, for that question. So, you know, where do I start from? So first of all, you know, it's very important to look at business as an opportunity for impact, right? So everyone is designed to make a certain impact in the world. That is how God created us. So if you're able to, you know, walk with God, you know, and understand that, okay, this particular group of people, I'm supposed to service them. That is basically your target market, right? You know, if you understand that this is like, see from a purpose perspective, it's easier to walk the course even when the path grows very thin. So that is actually my story, right? For example, let me just give a very recent example. Yesterday, we recently launched a salon, and we don't open on Monday. Monday is the rest day. And I actually begged my stylists to show up and help me with my hair yesterday, but none of them came. Okay, sorry?
Even with your begging.
Even with my begging. You know, but I sat down and I actually thought about it. I said, look, Oluchi, it's their right. Today is their off day. You can't even get angry about it. It is you and this thing that you need to show up. You need to show up. You have to show up, right? So I had to sit down there, loosen my hair, deep condition my hair, wash my hair blue. I did everything myself and styled it. And, you know, it goes into even my manufacturing. Last year we came for the fair. There was a day, you know, my daughter, who is actually my, you know, let me say my lab rat, right, for my business. I mean, she's 10 years old. And I like going around with her, but sometimes she feels a bit uncomfortable. And then sometimes I feel like, you should help mommy now, you know, that kind of thing. But sometimes she's like, mommy, I'm tired and I can't do this. So it's my course, it's my journey, right? So those times when I'm in the lab and I'm filling out like 100 bottles of leave-in conditioner and I'm, you know, doing all those things, I'm thinking about the people that I am serving. It's not just about me. First of all, I'm thinking about the God that I'm serving. I'm thinking about the people that I'm serving, right? And I'm also thinking about the people that I'm inspiring, because you have to think beyond yourself. The business that you're doing is beyond you. Nigeria is a place, you know, that is, you know, noted for like a lot of issues. However, those issues are opportunities, right? A wise man once said that the problems of man are uncountable, and each of them is somebody's business. So once you identify this problem and you're able to zero in and solve the problem at every point in time, how you can, even if it's just you, even if it's just those your 10 fingers doing them, you will be able to stay the course. You will be able to go through those times when you're probably blending something and NEPA takes light and there's no fuel in the gen. You know, that kind of situation. You know, you'll be able to stay the course. You'll be able to sweat it out. There's something my husband always tells me. He says, you know, hard work is, you know, raises the same incense, will I call it incense, raises the same aura as prayer or, worship or the kind of things that we do. It's when you're working, when your hands are busy, when you're doing those things, the universe, like some people would say, it's registering. It's registering, and people are noting it. People are seeing it. People are seeing the authenticity, and it's very important to see from that point of view. That way, you can stay the course when you're the one walking alone, because you know that you're walking in purpose and you're working in service. And they say the pathway to honor is service. So that's what I have to.
Thank you so much. Too many nuggets from what you said. One too many nuggets from what you said. Thank you so much for that, Oluchi. I'm going to come to you, Fumi. And I want you to touch a bit about turning your passion into actual revenue generating business. Because it's one thing to have that passion and have that, okay, I really love doing this, and another thing to have that knowledge to turn it and scale it into a business. So even when we say just start, even if you start, if you still don't have that knowledge, you still do not have the knowledge. So that's my question to you. How are we able to turn that passion into something that you generate proper revenue from and make it a proper business?
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. I feel so blessed and grateful to be here today. It's such a privilege. So my name is Eko Hotel I'm the founder of African Rhapsody. And African Rhapsody is a very interesting brand. We are researching African medicinal plants and harnessing them into opportunities. And I will elaborate on that later and then get to your question. So my journey starting was extremely difficult because I was pioneering something that did not exist. I started my journey sometime in 2018, 2019, and I did not intend to start a brand, actually. I didn't want to start a skincare brand. I was just intrigued and angry. So two things happened. I had a skin disorder that they had said was, I would have to live it for the rest of my life. And it was always coming every month, and it was very difficult to manage. Trust me, I'd seen doctors, and I'll be on pills every month, and then it would come back every month. And then I was working in advertising. And I remember a colleague said, oh, why not try, alternative medicine, African plants? And yes, I did, and it worked. And because I battled this thing for 10 years, and I did not kid you not. And the question for me was, if these things exist in Africa, why are we sleeping on them? So I started with a research project. I started with just traveling to herbal markets, speaking to herbal practitioners, collecting information. And I realized that there was a bigger problem. We are not documenting, all the things we have, our plant resources. And then I realized that it became a lot more difficult because I had to open up the ecosystem. I had to speak with botanists, speak with scientists to say, okay, this plant that does this, what's the botanical name? How can it be used? How can it be harnessed? And I do not kid you. There are many times I wanted to give up on that journey. So when she was talking about impact, that was the thing that kept me going because I cried many nights. And I remember knowledge, that there are the two people that inspire me very greatly in life. One is Fela and Nicola Pokuti. And he says something. He says, there is knowledge in Africa, but that knowledge needs to be harnessed and refined. And for me, the question was, how do I start in my own little way to harness and refine this knowledge? And how can I use this knowledge to empower the African people? I saw the herbal guys. They have this knowledge, but it wasn't being refined. It wasn't being turned into revenue that could be multiplied and span into generations. The second thing was, how do I create the ecosystem? Bring the herbal practitioners, bring the ethnobotanists, bring the smart scientists together in one place. Get the knowledge from the herbal guys, refine it in a way that looks good and that can be documented. And how do we create something out of that? And that was actually how the brand began. So the second question was, I realized that Africa is, Africa is the resource center of the world. But in terms of, refining and all of that, there's very little happening here. So I looked at the guys in China. They already have a proper system. For instance, if the Chinese guys want to say they want to sell 15,000 tons of mulberry, they already say, okay, we need to farm, this is the amount of farmland, the amount of hectares, this is, the amount of plants we need to plant for the next 10 years. Africa, we don't have structure. We don't have system. We have nothing. And this is me trying to create something in a world where K-beauty is the big deal. Like, how do you compete with that? So, and I realized that, but this is the future. Knowledge is the future. Knowledge is power. However, sometimes it feels like knowledge is nothing in this generation, but knowledge is very powerful. So for me, it was, how do I turn this knowledge into something that can be meaningful, not just for myself, but for, the African people, the communities where these plants are planted, how can we use it to empower people? And I think that was actually how I started this. Okay, this has to become a brand. And I can't just create a skincare brand. I have to build an ecosystem. And I think that this year, we started creating the first of its kind, African, lab-tested African botanical extracts. All the extracts we use here in Nigeria, everything is brought from China. Everything is brought from China or the US. And it's difficult. It's been tough to get here. It's been experimenting. It's been working with researchers. It's been crazy. I almost lost myself at some point. But we have started. And I'm so happy that we can say Africa can actually produce and harness its own plants. Because we can. And the power is in our knowledge, is in our plants, is in our resources. And I think that it is this thing that keeps you going. That you know that this journey is beyond, it's beyond you. It's just beyond the business. It's beyond the product. It's to say, okay, how can I change the narrative? How can Africa start to manufacture? Because look at this. One time I went to Ibadan and I looked at the fact that, I don't know if you know IITA, and you know all the way down that road, there are so many botanical plants and treasures that the Chinese guys come there. In fact, now they buy off the farms. We have share farms in Ibadan. These guys come. They don't even buy the nuts now. I know that Tinubu was saying, oh, let's not share nuts. They buy the farms. It means that they've bought our future. And a share tree takes 25 years to grow. And for me, when I saw these things, I was literally crying. It's like, I'll give you a typical example. One of the most amazing plants for skin, for instance, if I have to source them, I have to go through a Chinese person who runs a farm. It's ridiculous, but we own these resources. But it's like we're losing it because we don't seem to, sort of appreciate it. So for me, it was, how do I start in my own little place to say, how do we start to gain back control of what we have? And the only way is to harness and refine our knowledge. And of course, he said revenue. And you see, everything already, it just goes in cycle. The moment you start to refine your knowledge, you can command more value. And I remember when I saw the post by Tinubu, and I kind of just laughed. And I was like, better late than never. But this should have happened 100 years ago, 50 years ago, to say, no, you can't just come and take our share nuts. You can't just come and take our plants and turn them into amazing and sell them back to us. It's to say, how do we put regulations in place? How do we support businesses like us that are doing the work of manufacturing and utilizing this plant? How do we start to look inward and empower our own people? How do we change the narrative? And I think that's actually what Beauty in the Motherland is trying to celebrate, to say, how can Africa start to look inwards and, change the narrative and empower our own people? And in that way, revenue is just, when you start to refine knowledge, revenue will come, value will come, because people will pay for value. If we don't have value here, the Chinese guys will not be in Ibadan every day trying to look at what we have. I've had people come to say, foreign guys come to say, oh, I want to see what you're doing. How are you doing what you're doing? I know they're trying to see, kind of maybe even steal what I've done so far. But the point is that there is knowledge here. And every one of us has to say, how can we solve these problems? How can we change the narrative? How can we refine what we have? How can we start to empower our own people? We have so much here. And I know K-beauty is lovely, but there's African beauty, there's African products, there's African plants, and there's us as a people. And we have enough to make Africa a prosperous continent. Sorry, I went too far.
Thank you so much, Fumi. You almost took us to church there, but I love it.
Sorry, Hawa, can I say something to what
Yes,
Fumi said?
please.
Because I think it's interesting because I ended with just starting. And I don't know if we understand that Fumi is doing something so incredibly amazing. And I think I've told you before, I attempted to try doing it. And just starting doesn't always mean that you succeed. I like one of my favorite quotes is, the faster you fail, the faster you win. So sometimes you just start to realize that, okay, this is not for me, and then you move on. I have people that, when we all finished school, they all wanted to start a hair care brand, and they said they didn't know if it would work. Well, you start, and there are so many brands that I realized didn't work. So it's just that, just starting to realize this is for me, this is not for me, and then if it's for me, I go and refine, and if it's not for me, I move to the next thing, as opposed to, 10 years later, you're still wondering if it's going to work or not. Why didn't you just find out?
By starting and failing.
By just starting and failing.
By just starting and failing. Thank you so much. I love all the responses, everyone gave to the questions I asked. This question, I'm not going to, direct it to anyone in particular. So if you just feel inclined to respond to the question, please just, respond. But my next question is going to be on partnerships. We've spoken about the starting. We've spoken about the bit of the struggles. We've spoken about the bit of the ugliness that nobody sees. But let's speak on partnerships. I remember having a conversation, with a friend of mine, and Annie, to be honest, I was having this conversation with Annie, and we were just thinking about how in Nigeria, everybody wants to own everything that they own, 100%. And, we're just speaking on how it's not possible for everybody all the time to own something 100%. And, just trying to convince ourselves to be open to the ideas of partnerships. And you guys are amazing women sitting on here that have started your own businesses. One way or the other, you've been able to scale it to where it is today. And which is what I want to ask. Did any of you, have partnerships? Did you start as a partnership? Do you have anybody you partnered with? What is your thoughts on, partnership? Okay, Fumi wants to start. Okay, Ngozi as well.
We've had, first of all, I capitalize a lot on community. So I belong to a lot of community of women in business, women, not just women, literally different groups. And from those groups I've gotten so many opportunities. Very recently, Jaga Beauty featured in Paris and also in Algeria, and they were from those communities. And there's that very popular saying that says, if you want to travel far, you go alone, but if you want to travel far, go with people. There's no way that you can make it alone. I mean, there's so much you can do, but there's only very little that you can achieve. I also want to say collaboration is very essential. I mean, the Beauty in the Motherland is an amazing platform. After last year, a lot of us here, people can see our products in Nectar beauty stores across, Lagos and all of that. And also, I also want to say, at the time your business, scales, it's important to bring in people, possibly, if you have board of advisors, board of directors, partners, because you have to look for people who do not have what you have. There are a lot of questions. I'm the kind of person I ask questions a lot. And I can't do it alone. I don't pretend that I know. If I don't know, I don't know. And that is why I think I've gotten a lot. When I got my NAFDAC certification, it was from such groups, yes. And it would have taken me years to get it, but it took me less than maybe a year plus to get my NAFDAC certification. So you can ride on the backs of people. So don't feel like you know it all. Partnerships are very essential. Thank you.
So I just want to chip this in. If you are just starting, leverage on distributorship as well. Because those are the people that will go to the grassroots and help you announce and spread your products across. You are selling in Lagos, you cannot be in Ibadan everywhere at the same time. So leverage on being open to distributorship. Let people come, give them a package, let them come. Abi Naturals have over 30 distributors. I'm not in those locations, but my products are there, right? So you can also leverage on that, and it will help you spread your wings. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you.
Fumi, you wanted to answer that question. I saw your hand up.
Okay, I think that the beauty industry is, the industry where we partner less. And I think for me I realized when I was starting my journey that I couldn't do anything without the ecosystem. Sorry,
Yeah. So I realized that I needed one botanist, I needed scientists, I needed herbal practitioners. And for me, it was how do I partner with them and bring them together and pull all this knowledge together into something powerful. So there's, I think the whole idea of the lone founder who does everything is just a plateau. It doesn't work anywhere. The most important thing is to have the idea and to say, okay, what do I need to get to where I want to be? So I don't want to talk too long, but yeah, partnerships are very key. And even here, these are amazing women that in some way or the other we have partnered with, put ideas together. So partnerships are very key, especially as women. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No man is an island. So this is going to be my last question. I'm just going to let it, across the room. Everyone is just going to answer. Then I'll open the floor for questions if you have questions for any of our panelists. But before I let all 5 of you go, just quickly and briefly, if you can let us know lessons, that you've learned on your journey that you feel like women here in this room can learn from and resonate with. Just lessons on resilience, adaptability, resourcefulness, and just basically give us one thing, Sha, that has kept you throughout your journey and just something that we can all resonate with. Thank you. I'll start from Abby and then we can all go.
So one thing that has kept me going and has kept me this long, we are 5 years in business now, is consistency. So I do not start today and sleep tomorrow or rest tomorrow. I'm always working. So consistency is it for me. I have to always show up, even when I'm tired, even when I do not feel like it, even when I'm totally burned out. But somehow you just get a call or you get a message that says, oh, somebody needs this number of products and you are up again. So for me, it's consistency. Once you are consistently doing something differently, you see changes and see better ways to doing it. Thank you.
So for me, I would say learn how to delegate. It was a problem for me when I started. I wanted to do everything myself, but you quickly burn out. I'm somebody's wife, I'm somebody's child, I'm somebody's sister, I'm somebody's friend, and yet I need to take care of myself. So learn how to delegate, put structures in place, get support system. Support system can be your sister coming to stay with your kids when you're out. I'm speaking from a point of view now as a mother in business. It can be very challenging. But if you get support system, it can be your mom. It can be, if you can pay, if you get to the point where you can pay for support, please do that so that you don't look like a shadow of yourself because you're trying to provide a solution. Thank you.
To start from, I would say when you're ordering ingredients, tell your supplier to give you at least 3 years expiry dates. That was a very hard lesson. But other than that, I would say that with your previous question, now that I work with, and I also partly work with an organization that connects investors to businesses, and my passion is we rather focus on more traditional businesses where, beauty and manufacturing comes in play. And it's always very, very annoying because we're in 2025 and there's, so to say, reason for not investing or, private equities is because we don't have our books together, we don't have our structure, our model, But I would say that this is, again, I understand that because I do speak with a lot of business owners. I personally too, like Abby said, before I couldn't do distributors because my business model in itself was not accommodating for distributorship. I didn't really know my numbers. There wasn't really any clear path to scalability. I had to take a step back to say, you know what, this might have started from passion, but this is business. So I would say that we don't always only focus on, we're helping people, we're helping people. But not just, we're helping people, we're doing impact. It's still a business at the end of the day. And when an investor is coming on board, they want to look at your numbers. So I would say we need more beauty founders to, when making products and, building their business, look at their numbers and how they can grow. Because like you said, I don't know how many global brands are owned by one person. So yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Adichie?
Okay. All right. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, so what I would like to say is to focus on delivering value. Okay, at every point in time of your business, even if it's one bottle of shampoo or one bottle of detangler or whatever business it is that you're doing, ensure that whoever comes in contact with that item gains something, you know, and also be a person of value, right? If somebody interacts with you with at least 1 minute, 2 minutes, they should be able to walk away with something. Why do I say this? I learned this very early on, thankfully, when I started my business. You know, one of the mini trainings that I did, you know, they say that, you know, small businesses always complain about money. And I had that in mind. I was like, how am I going to make money? You know, and the statement that I went away with from that training was that money follows value. So once you are a person that is interested in providing value, you know, you don't cut corners. You ensure that whatever you're doing, someone is going to get some type of benefit from it. Just focus on that and be consistent, like Abby said, with that. You know, recently Chimamanda commended us for Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, that one. You know, she commented on one of our products, and it was just, you know, I just went for a book signing, for the Dream Count signing, and I just wanted to, as I was just leaving, I was like, Oluchi, you can't be meeting a king and you don't have something to present. And I had to, I'm telling you, I had a few products on the shelf. I just put them together, packaged it, put a ribbon around it. I was like, as much as I'm going to get value from Chimamanda, I need to give her value. So I just presented when it was my turn, after like 10 hours of standing on the queue, right? You know, when it was my turn, I presented the thing to her, and I just gave it to her. I was happy. 2 months or 3 months down the line, I just went for another event where she was, and she was like, that your product, you know, and she kept going on and on. Like it was even as if the event was now about my product, right? So if I was not value minded, I wouldn't get that opportunity. She said something like, she was like, I've used products around the world and I've had to please, but this your product, there's something there. So focus on delivering value, because you never know who is going to come in contact with what you have to offer.
Thank you so much, Oluchi.
Okay, so I think they've said everything. I think for me, it's just be authentic and create something different. There's no point in creating something that already exists in the market. Look inwards and say, what can I create that reflects, you know, my personality, what I'm trying to solve. Just be authentic. Create something that is worth your time and that makes you wake up in the morning and say, I love what I'm doing. So yeah. You know, with African Rhapsody, there are days that there are downtimes. So because I know that I'm trying to create something that is bigger than me and that hopefully empowers more people, generations to come, that keeps me going and that makes me really fulfilled. Yeah, so just be authentic.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I will add to what they say, and just a very simple line that I took from one of my former bosses. He used to say, make your passion your profession, and then work will become play. Literally, that's all he used to say. And that's, you know, my contribution to everything these amazing panelists have said to us today. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. I'm going to open the floor up. If you have questions for any of them, please just put up your hands, and I'll come to you with the mic. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So they would come. Okay, so we have the floor open up for questions, and just keep your hands up. They will come to you guys with a mic. You can direct your question to any of the panelists. Do you remember their names? Yes? Are we sure? Go, Abby, go, Abby, go! Go, Ngozi, go, Ngozi, go. This energy, they will not answer your questions. Okay, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denisa. I am a makeup artist, and I'm on the path of becoming a licensed esthetician. I'm so sorry. The lady in red, I can't remember her name.
Fumilayo.
Fumilayo, okay.
African Rhapsody.
Okay, ma. My question is, how do you know when to stop if the business is not growing, despite your passion for it? You know, you have passion for your business, but it's not growing. How do you want to stop?
Okay, first of all, there are different parameters that you need to look at. So I think first of all, you need to have a business plan. That's the first thing you need to have. So I think also when I decided that this was going to be, you were going to say something. else?
No, I'm listening.
Okay, so when I knew that this was going to become a business, I had to draft a business plan to say, give or take, how many years would it take for me to get here? And what do I need to get here? What funding do I need? You know, what exactly do I need to do to get here? And I think that for me, and also, two things. When you have a business plan, then you can set targets. So you can say, in the next 1 year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 4 years, this is where I want to be. But you cannot say that something is not growing when you haven't set a target. You can't start something in 1 year and expect a miracle to happen in 1 year. Businesses don't work that way. It takes time, especially when you're trying to maybe even research something and build something that is different. It takes time. So I'll give you an example. For us this year, we launched, as I mentioned, we started doing lab-tested extracts. And because I realized that there is a market for, African plants, lab-tested, if you can, educate people on how to use this extract. And that's like a new revenue stream for us. And all of this has been part of the business plan. So I think most people usually give up early because there was no plan in place. So in as much as you're passionate about something, you need to know, you need to have, you need to have a plan to say, okay, next year, for instance, we're expanding beyond skincare. Because I realize I've done so much with African medicinal plants that, why just do skincare alone? Why can't I start doing other things with, medicinal plants, which I don't want to go into right here. But the point is that I have a plan, I have a vision, I know my journey, and I know my numbers. So when you have a plan, it's more easier for you to map out your journey and know exactly where you are. So most people just say, this is nice, I want to start. I saw this person doing this, I want to do this. Next 6 months I will just blow. No, it doesn't work that way. Because think of it as a baby. It's a brand. You need to, it needs time to grow. And then you also need to have a proper understanding of what you are trying to do. For me now, if you ask me, what does African Rhapsody want to do? We want to change the narrative. We want to build an ecosystem around African medicinal plants, whether it's through extracts, whether it's through products. And then there's a timeline for every single thing. So I hope that answers your question. So you need to have a plan. When you have a plan, you can better say, okay, this is where I am. This is what I need to get to where I am. And this is what,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, just one more question for this round and we are done with this panel session. I'm sorry, we have to quickly move on to the next one. But you can still meet the panelists and ask them your questions. They are still here for you. Okay.
Good morning.
Hi,
So my question is for all the panelists.
all of them. Pick one person.
I don't know the person
Any
that
of them
you
that
feel like,
answers?
yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So my question is, what was the shifting point between you starting from scratch and you being successful today?
Starting from scratch and you being successful.
What
today.
was the shifting point? Like, what happened?
I think I can go.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your mic on? Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Good? Okay.
Okay. Well, I think for me, because for my own, everybody's story is different, right? So you have to know what your story is. First of all, for me, I was a geoscientist. I was working in the oil and gas industry, and then I resigned and started my business because I wanted to stay home more and use my hands more, right? So I would say mentorship is like the ladder that has helped me, mentorship. For example, when I started, the advice to go for trainings, to be open to knowledge, was like a mentor's advice. It was a tip I was given, and I started going for training. The first training that I got was, the first major training was at EDC. And from EDC, I was grouped into, we had peer-to-peer mentoring, and then we also had the, upward mentoring. And the peer to how to make hair care was someone. How I learned how to make hair care was from someone in the peer-to-peer mentoring group that just said, "Oluchi, come to my lab. I will teach you how to make hair care products." Right? And then from there, even the salon that we just recently launched, it was advice from my mentor, from the EDC experience. So you can see that it's a journey, you know. And then even Gloria and I, we always call each other. We rant, we talk, you know. And when there's an issue, Glory, please, I want to, you know. So, you know, mentorship, community, like Jaga Beauty has told us, you know, build a community around you, have people who cheer you on, and then the people that you serve, watch what they need and how they respond to your solutions to the need that you're providing, you know. And that way, I won't even call myself successful right now, right? But we're on it, we're working on it, we're growing, we're getting better, you know. And that's just what a mentorship really.
Okay, thank you very much for such an insightful session. I personally took 1, 2, 3 nuggets here mentally that I'm going to, you know, implement in my everyday life. I hope each and every one of you also learned a thing or two. Please, can we put our hands together for these 5 amazing women? It's not easy to start anything in Nigeria. Talk less of starting it, scaling it up to a point where you're even coming to inspire other people to start something amazing. Please, another round of applause for them. Okay, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to our amazing panelists. Please put our hands together while they walk off the stage. A group picture, okay. Please, can I hold on for a group picture real quick? Thank you very much. I'm here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have another panel session that I'll still be moderating. I just have to add. So prepare to be sick of me because you're going to see me a lot today, tomorrow, and the day after. But just real quick, they want to make sure all the panelists are backstage and ready to come up on stage. And they just want to make sure everything is good. So you have me for like 5 minutes to chat with. So I'm going to come down and play with you for 5 minutes. Okay? Okay. Exactly. That's the energy. That's the energy. I should come there. I'm coming. I'm coming. See, that's the energy I need. 1 second. Okay, so that gorgeous lady there is the most excited person to see me in this place. So when I pass the mic to her, whatever she tells me, maybe she'll win something. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, there you go.
Hi, Hawa. It's so nice to meet you. I've been wanting to meet you. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, for somebody who inspired to be you, Nancy Sime, Ebuka Obiuchedo, like somebody that just wants to host, hosting shows entirely, what advice you have for them? And that's one. And secondly, what educational qualification do you think they should have?
Right, okay. That's a handful. But first of all, thank you so much. What's your name? Blessing, I'm going to give you a hug. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much, Blessing. You win a gift. You're leaving here with something from Ellen. I don't know, but Ellen has something to give. And because you were amazing and you had energy, you're leaving here with something. Who else wants to leave here with something? Who else is excited to see me? Okay, before I answer a question, let me come here and pick my winners with my eyes closed. Okay, ready? Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Everybody's hand is up. How many products do I have? Okay, I'm giving away 10 products in this session. She wins 1. You win 1. You win 1. You win 1. If I say you win 1, better stand where they will see you. You win 1. You win 1. You win 1. You win 1. You win a product. Of course, are they up to 10? Don't worry, we have other rounds. You win 1. Are we up to 10? Are we up to 10? Are we sure? On this side, we win 1. Okay. So, if I pointed, you just stay on one side so we know. There's another one. There's another one. Okay. Change of plans. Everybody gets something. Okay, I love that. I'm so excited. So I'll find out how you get. I'm going to answer your question, I promise. I'll find out how you get, what you need to get before I drop the mic, but I guarantee you, we'll make sure everyone here gets something. And just to answer the gorgeous, I'm panting, so let me take my breath. Director, are you ready for me? No. Okay, so to answer your questions, I'll answer your second one first. What qualifications or what degree, right? Personally, I studied international law. I didn't think I wanted to go into the media when I was in school. I'm such a nerd. I'm a bookie. So I studied international law. But other things you can do, mass communication, journalism, English. At this point, I feel like you can study even medicine and be a host. Abi? You just have to have a passion for it, get the knowledge, and do it really well. What was the next thing you asked me? What you should do and how you would... Advice on how to become a host. Okay, like I said earlier, I wanted to really, really be a lawyer, so I didn't have any knowledge in the media or any knowledge about hosting or anything, but I started by internships. So I started by interning at radio stations, I interned at Sound City, and I interned at Rhythm. And for me, the thought process was, if I can carry a crowd when no one is looking at how beautiful I look, I should be able to carry a crowd when I'm standing in front of you and you're looking at my beautiful face. So on radio, all I had to do was speak and carry the crowd with my voice. And that was what I did for a year and a half. And I stopped that because of COVID. Because after COVID, they told us, go home. Yeah, and so from there, I started figuring my life out. But basically, I started by interning. And I did a lot of internships. So please, intern. Find anybody. That time, I did not know mentorship was such a thing, but I found somebody and I attached myself to that person. I said, well, if you're my destiny helper, you must help me. I will not let you go. And really and truly, that person opened doors for me because it was by shadowing that person and going around with that person, I got to meet people that saw the skills I had and the things I had inside of me that I didn't even know I had. So I hope I answer your question. Thank you very much. Are we ready? Okay, does anyone else have anything they want to ask? Okay.
You look gorgeous. Thank you. You look gorgeous too. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so I started content creation in April. I'm in the beauty and wellness space. And for someone that is just starting out, I feel so pressured to do a lot. What advice would you give me?
So social media, first of all, there's a lot of things on social media. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of, oh shit, this person is amazing. I'm not doing enough. If you follow social media, you will miss road. Have your own direction. Have in mind what you want to achieve for yourself, what value you want to give out in the world for yourself. Director, is that me? Are you coming to me? No? Have in your mind what value you want to give out into the world and go with your own timeline. I can't lie to you, I've been doing content for what, like maybe 4 or 5 years now, and there are some people I see, they post 4 videos every day. And I'll say, Tommy, this is your 4th video that you have posted today. And me, sometimes I'll still do 1 video in a week, 2 videos in a week. At the end of the day, you're not that person. Everybody's journey is different and everybody's journey is unique to them. Some people can post 5 times a day. Some people still post once a day. Just know the one that works for you and be consistent with what works for you. If you're able to create so much that you're able to put out 5 videos in one day, amazing, good for you. That's what the algorithm wants. But if you're not able to do that as well, please reduce the pressure on yourself. Everybody started somewhere and got to where they are today. Everybody started at 0 numbers and got to the millions that they have today. Reduce the pressure, but be consistent. That's not that today we'll see content from you. We'll not see content again in 4 months. Why will I be following you? What am I following you for? So be consistent, but take out the pressure from yourself. Your journey is unique to you. You know where you're going. God knows what he destined you for. Let everyone else be everyone else.
or myth? 75% of harmful UVA rays pass through clear glass. Fact. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand.
Okay, guys, so we have 4 out of 5 of our panelists for the other session here. So in 2 minutes, we are going to call them on stage. Does anyone know what panel we're about to have, perchance? Does anyone have any idea? No? So people did not look at the lineup before you came here? If you people know the amazing women I have in this panel, does anyone want to make a guess? Okay, can I hear it? Who's your guess? Beauty by AD. Maybe, maybe not. I can categorically confirm that Beauty by AD is on a panel. I cannot confirm that she is on my panel right now, but I can confirm that she's on a panel. Does anyone else want to try? Okay, who do you think we have? We have Bisola on this panel, yes. Who else? We do not have Tomike on this panel. I'm sorry. No, we do not have her on this panel. We maybe will have her on this panel. It's a 50-50. That maybe, who knows? We never know. Okay, whilst we are waiting for the rest of our panelists, I want to crave your indulgence. And this is me begging. I'm not even proud at all. I am coming in the most humblest of humility possible. Please, can we have our phones on silent? Please, because it's disturbing the production. Some people's phone is ringing during the event and things like that. So please, I'll crave your indulgence. Just have your phone on silent just for the next few hours. And when we are done, you can put it as loud as you would like. Thank you very much. I'm just making sure that all our panelists are available backstage so we can get into the next panel session. Thank you.
Strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, enriched with 95% pure vitamin C and pulp extract. For visibly radiant and even-toned skin in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow. for your shade of beautiful.
Fact or myth? 75% of harmful UVA rays pass through clear glass. Fact. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin. Fact or myth? UV rays can't damage your skin on cloudy days. Myth. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin.
Skincare for my underarms? Let's talk about it. Nivea Pearl and Beauty. With pearl extract and avocado oil. Leaves my underarms soft and beautiful. I get care and 72-hour protection in one deo. Nivea Pearl and Beauty, the only skincare my underarms need. Skin is for having it all. Nivea is for skin.
Come on! I'm the photographer Black Milk. I have an exhibition in 8 weeks about how things get better with time. Let's go! Darling Natural Twist inspired me. That looks amazing. I'm seeing how the twists blend with her hair over time. How she actually feels more confident. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. She's really more beautiful every week. That's definitely worth celebrating. Darling Natural Twist. Twists that get better every day. Just like you.
Make me miss this year. Thank you. Yeah, I'm expecting that. You're welcome.
Okay, where else should I go? Where else should I go? Who said come here? I heard it. I'm coming. Your wish is my command. Me. I'm humble. I'm very, very humble. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. You too. My name is Ruda. I'm a customer care representative.
Nice. How did you find out about Beauty in the Motherland?
My lovely friend here, she brought me.
Okay, hi friend. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for coming. I hope you're having a good time. Thank you very much. Where do I go now? Nobody is summoning me. Okay, I've been summoned. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Elizabeth.
How are you feeling?
Very nice, very good.
What have you learned so far today?
Okay, I've learned that, how do I put it? Value, if you create value, revenue will follow you.
Period.
So that's what I took today.
You remembered exactly how she said it.
Yeah. Thank you. And I knew about Beauty in the Motherland through Instagram, and I was like, what's this about? I said, let me just check it out. So I checked their page, and I loved it. I said, let me try and come.
So we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you next tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you next year?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Who else wants to tell me how they are feeling? How they found out about here? Okay. Let me tell you, as you're pointing your hand up, I don't know if it's your brother that is standing there. He has been pointing you from the back. Yes, you, yes. Oh, you saw her hands up. Got you. You look beautiful. Ooh, you're wearing my favorite color. Hi, gorgeous. What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Hope.
Hi, Hope. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Excited to be here?
Absolutely.
How did you find out about the
From Diadem on Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram? I love it. So that means you're excited for our panel session later.
I can't wait.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Let me just confirm backstage if they are ready for us so that we can get on with it. Okay. I'm still going to come in here and find somebody that I have not seen. I've not seen you. I'm coming to you. I'm coming back to you. I've not seen you. Now I've seen you, and you look beautiful. How are you? There you go. What's your name?
My name is Lini.
Hi. Did you say Lily?
Lini.
Lini. Oh, hi, Lini. Where are you from?
I'm from Imo State.
Nice. How are you feeling being here today?
I'm feeling so happy to be among you guys' midst. It's my pleasure.
Were you in the first panel?
No, I came late, actually. Yes.
Fair enough. I was about to ask you what you learned, but since you were not
I came late.
I'll ask you what you learned from this one we're about to have.
Yes, no problem.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Violet.
The friend that you're saying, your friend has volunteered you as tribute. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. I'm giving you the mic.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Omotola, and I was there last year with my sister, and I'm here this year with my friend. Of course. I don't think so, because I'm an event decorator. Oh, okay, no problem. Amen. Thank you.
This uncle here in front, he was so angry that you did not quickly say amen to that my prayer. So let me come and ask him. Because we are a democracy here. Men can talk, right? We can pity the men. They can talk a bit. Hello, how are you?
Oh, me. Oh, awesome. I'm doing great. I just like being positive, And when, someone is praying for you, just receive it. I mean, just be positive, basically, yeah. So no, my babe, yeah. No, I did. Yes. So I saw it through Mrs. Linda's WhatsApp. So I designed her website, Barazai. So yeah, when I saw her post it, I said, this is a great opportunity. I want to bring her into. Yes, she makes hairstylist. Nite's Beauty Homes. Yeah.
I install, I do locks, I do nails. I install, I do locks, we unlock, anything I teach. Yes, I teach students. Nite's Beauty Home. Nite's Beauty Home.
Nite's Beauty Homes. .com actually. There's a website. nitesbeautyhomes.com. You can check it out.
Thank you. Yes, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Okay, the spelling of Nite, Niters, Beauty Home. RS, Beauty Home. Yes, thank you.
Nite's _beauty_homes.
Get better boyfriend, though. He gets why. See the way her voice is shaking. Nite's Beauty Home. Thank you so much, and I pray, for bigger and better things for you guys, and I pray people check you out in the mighty name of Jesus. You ready? Okay.
gorgeous, by the way. My name is Ibukun, and this is my first time here. And I'm glad to tell you that I'm loving it. And I cannot also wait for your vlog today about this program. Anytime we are there for you. Yeah. I'm a very big fan. I love you.
You guys are warming my heart so much. Okay, I'm coming to you over there. So you guys, let me tell you something, right? I have this tagline I always say when I do my vlogs. I don't know if anyone here knows my tagline, but if peradventure you watch my vlogs and you know my tagline, on the count of 3 we are going to say it together, okay? Okay? 1, 2, 3. Let's go make my ordinary day. Period. I love that. Thank you, guys. I hope we make today's ordinary day very, very extraordinary. He had his hand up, so I'm coming to him.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Okay, my name is Frederick. So first of all, I'm a very huge fan of yours. I love you so much. I watch all your videos. Yeah. And also, I'm a makeup artist. Yeah. And my handle is makeup by Frederick and underscore. Yeah. Makeup by Frederick underscore.
Thank you so much. You guys are the sweetest. Like, I wish every event is like this. You all are so warm. Frederick. You don't already block your ear. Someone said I should ask you if you're open for collaborations. Very open. Please, in case you're a model, you have shoots down on ground. You know, we spoke about it there. You're a fashion designer. Amazing. She's a designer. You guys can collaborate. You're a model. This is what we are here for. Literally. This is exactly why we're here. Network, build a community. No man is an island. Before you know now, she don't style the model. You don't beat the model face. Here too, we have hairstylists. Nita is here. Nita will style the hair before we know now. You have gone viral on social media. Bella Niger, Pulse, Yam Haleft, Ashwabi Bella. Everyone is taking over the post. That is literally why you're here. And if you're here and you live here without collecting anybody's number to collaborate or network, you're on a long thing, because nobody is an island. Literally, nobody can do it by themselves. Even me, where I've gotten to, sometimes I say, ma, can I collaborate with you? Do you have any? Because again, you cannot pay for everything all the time, and you cannot do it by yourself all the time. So check him out. He does makeup. The gorgeous lady there is a hairstylist. Nite Frederick. She's a designer. Model. So you see all of you models, you put your hands together, or people will meet yourself together. Speak about all the challenges you people are facing in the modeling industry. Within these 3 days, in this place, you're going to see CEOs. You've already started seeing them. In the next 3 days, use it as your grafting opportunity. All those CEOs are going to be by their booths, selling their products. If you know that you've always loved them, today is the day. Tomorrow is the day. Next tomorrow is the day. And it's not that you're going to meet them and you'll be thinking, what do I want to say? When you meet them in 30 seconds, pitch yourself, sell your market quickly in 30 seconds. Because the way you're going to meet your helper, another person too is waiting to tell Beauty by Eddie, ma, I'm a makeup artist. I've been waiting to work in Beauty by Eddie. This is my work. So literally have your 30-second speech that you're telling them as soon as you meet them. And I really hope that you guys are able to meet people that, would be help us on your journey within these 3 days in the mighty name of Jesus. Okay. Director. You people, please say, Director, what's going on? Director, what's happening? Floor manager, Kilo Day. You guys, 1 second. Let me find out what's happening backstage.
Smart and hardworking women power nearly half of our nation's heartbeats through small and growing businesses. Approved. Let's fund her. At Fidelity Bank, we don't just see women entrepreneurs. We see visionaries, builders, and creators of tomorrow. With Fund Her, women can access up to 100 million naira to spark growth and scale their visions. Fund Her is a movement, and it's already changing lives. Whatever your business, Fund Her is there to support you with loans of up to 100 million naira. Growing your business has never been easier. To apply, visit the link below.
Give more strength to your hair with Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins, so you can say goodbye to hair breakage. Wow! Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener.
If you do suffer from KP, like on the backs of your arms, if you have pigmentation, if you have spots that you want to try to fade.
That hyperpigmentation, so age spots, sunspots, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, all of that stuff.
To address your skincare needs, go ahead and check out this brand,
Touch Skincare.
The KP Exfoliating Lotion. This has 12% glycolic acid and 2% salicylic acid. It comes in a pump dispenser, so easy to use. You get the most very hydrating, moisturizing body product and finish on the skin.
So you get a little bit more and you pay $12 less. So this to me is an absolutely fantastic alternative to this. Once again, touch, get into it.
Use the time it takes to play this ad to apply sun protection with 0% white residue. Prevent damage from the sun.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, enriched with 95% pure vitamin C and pearl extract. For visibly radiant and even-toned skin in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, for your shade of beautiful.
Fact or myth? 75% of harmful UVA rays pass through clear glass. Fact. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin. Fact or myth? UV rays can't damage your skin on cloudy days. Myth. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin.
Skincare for my underarms? Let's talk about it. Nivea Pearl and Beauty. With pearl extract and avocado oil. Leaves my underarms soft and beautiful. I get care and 72-hour protection in one deo. Nivea Pearl and Beauty, the only skincare my underarms need. Skin is for having it all. Nivea is for skin.
Come on! I'm the photographer Black Milk. I have an exhibition in 8 weeks about how things get better with time. Let's go! Darling Natural Twist inspired me.
That looks amazing.
I'm seeing how the twists blend with her hair over time. How she actually feels more confident.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. That's definitely worth celebrating. Darling Natural Twist. Twists that get better every day. Just like you.
and hardworking women power nearly half of our nation's heartbeat through small and growing businesses. Approved. Let's fund her. At Fidelity Bank, we don't just see women entrepreneurs. We see visionaries, builders, and creators of tomorrow. With Fund Her, women can access up to 100 million naira to spark growth and scale their visions. Fund Her is a movement, and it's already changing lives. Whatever your business, Fund Her is there to support you. With loans of up to 100 million naira, growing your business has never been easier. To apply, visit the link below.
Give more strength to your hair with Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins, so you can say goodbye to hair breakage. Wow! Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener.
If you do suffer from KP, like on the backs of your arms, if you have pigmentation, if you have spots that you want to try to fade.
That hyperpigmentation, so age spots, sunspots, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, all of that stuff.
To address your skincare needs, go ahead and check out this brand,
Touch Skincare.
The KP Exfoliating Lotion. This has 12% glycolic acid and 2% salicylic acid. It comes in a pump dispenser, so easy to use. You get the most very hydrating, moisturizing body product and finish on the skin.
So you get a little bit more and you pay.
Now we know each other, Abby. In the first panel, maybe you say we were not friends. That's why people were not responding. But now people are my friends, right? Okay. Yeah. Woo! I'm really excited for this panel that we're about to have. Please, if you have your phones on, please put it on silent. Just silent. You don't need to put it off. Please, let's settle down. Let's simmer down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into the next panel. Really? That's all it took? That's all it took? Maybe we should have said that now. Okay, guys, simmer down, simmer down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving DJ. When we needed this music, you were not giving us so. Okay, guys, we're moving on to the next panel, and this session we're about to have is titled Dual Careers, One Vision, Winning Across Multiple Passions. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the very first panelist I'll be calling up here today. The super talented, the gorgeous, the amazing Dakore Akonde Egbusom, everyone. I mean, we all know who she is. But she's also the CEO of Dakar Beauty, everyone. Coming up next, we have the gorgeous, the funny, the talented. You guys, she has her movies out now in cinemas. Bisola Ayola, everyone. Ginger! Ginger! Coming up after her, we have the talented and the gorgeous Jane Ogu. She's the CEO of Lux Braid and Babe Luxury. Woo! And last but not the least, well, not the last but not the least, and she's not here, she's going to join us. She's here, but she's somewhere in the exhibition and she will join us. We have Ambassador May Yu Edoche joining us. So we are just going to start the conversation and she's going to join us when she makes her way to this auditorium. Okay? Have we let out all our screams? Do we want to let one more scream out? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Now can we simmer down, put our phones on silent, and let's get into the conversation that we're about to have. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again. No need to introduce me now. We know me, ba. We've already been playing here since. See the way people are. I thought we were friends. Thank you so much. But I don't do your own already. 1-0. I will do it back. Shall we are together till night. No wala. All right, guys. So moving on into this conversation, you guys look so amazing. Jane, Bisola, Dakore. You guys look so good. I'm like, thank you. So we're about to get into the conversation. And like I said earlier, it is titled Dual Careers, One Vision, Winning Across Multiple Passions. And I'm pretty sure if a lot of people here are like me, we grew up watching this talented woman over here. And so I'm going to start with you, Dakore. Let's speak about the myth of choosing one thing. Choosing and doing one thing. Women today are no longer like the women of our grandparents' generations, the women of our mothers' generations that were housewives, or maybe they were doing one other thing outside being a housewife and everything. Women are now keying into multiple stream of incomes, keying into multiple passions, doing a lot of things that is not the norm, that is not what we are typically used to. And, I want to speak to you about that because growing up, I knew you used to act. And, now you're acting and you still have a beauty, business and everything. So just from your own point of view, tell us a bit about why you decided to branch out into different things.
Thank you so much for that question. And it's an honor to be here, guys. Clap for yourselves, first of all. Your energy is unmatched. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. And thank you for pointing out the fact that I've been doing this for a while. And when I started out, of course, a young lady, ready to take over the world, and which I did by the grace of God through Nollywood. And then I did that for quite a while. And then after a while, I said, okay. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Okay. So I just said, okay, this cannot be just about me. When you find yourself in a position of influence and power, because there's a power that comes with that, So I said, okay, I had this epiphany one day, and I was like, Lord, it can't be just about being famous, right? There has to be more to why you blessed me with this talent, and what more do you want me to do? And the Lord said, shine light. That's what I heard back, shine light. Shine light on what? The issues and the things that people don't like to talk about. The things that are obvious that people don't want to talk about. Shine light on those things. So I said, okay. And I continued. So after acting, and I'd done that, then I got married. I've had children. I was like, okay, what next? And I feel like it's something that unfolds. You can never really plan your life, you know. You have to trust in the divine that created you to say, there's a purpose for my life. What is that purpose? And it was in asking those questions that the opportunity started to unravel. And then I walked through those doors. So I've always been, our industry is very visual. It's all about how you look and, of course, your talent. But then I started looking at holistic ways of enhancing my beauty. I didn't want to bleach my skin, which was something that was very common back then. Even till now, we're still dealing with that issue. But back then, it was even worse. You didn't even have alternatives. It was either you used that product or you went without, or used Vaseline. I said, okay, I don't want Vaseline. So, and then I had sensitive skin. So, and then before then, I already had locks. If you guys remember when I had the dreadlocks. I don't like people saying dreadlocks. There's nothing dreadful about it. They're lovely locks. So when I started on that journey, I now went into the natural, you know. I now went into, how do I accept myself the way God created me? And that was how I cut off all the perm. No shade to anyone who perms their hair. I love y'all. But, you know, that was my journey. Yeah. And so when that started, because I was worried about the chemicals. There was a lot of chemicals that we're putting on our skin, in our scalp. And then you'd be wondering why you're having cancer later down the line and things like that. So I said, okay, what about what I'm putting on my skin? Because the skin is the largest organ in the body. Anything you put onto your skin is going into your body. So that started me thinking, like, you know what? We need to change these things. And so that's how I embarked on my research and development for about 5 years. I worked with a cosmetologist because I wanted to make sure I don't get dragged like my neighbor's generator, you know, because if anything happens to anyone's skin, they're going to come for me, as, you know, especially being, you know, a public figure. So I had to make sure it was right. And by the grace of God, we've sold about almost 4,000 products and not one complaint. Where's the wood? Let me knock the wood. So I say all this to say it's a journey. It's a journey. You cannot over-plan things, especially when you are divinely led. You know, let your purpose unfold and ask your creator. Because some people are comfortable being housewives, and that's fine because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I have to emphasize that because people say, you're just a housewife. No, you are the CEO, founder, everything, office, nurse, nanny, driver, everything. So you have to give honor to women who choose to do that. But if you're now a woman that says, that is not enough for me, I have more purpose, there's something more I want to do, then you have to create those systems. I couldn't be here right now without my mom, without my husband, without my children understanding mommy has to be somewhere, you know. So you have to have your tribe, but most importantly, know your purpose and follow it. Yeah.
Know your purpose and follow it. I like that. Thank you very much, Dakore. Bisola, I'm coming to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. And so my question to you, because I know that I saw a video of you sometime like last year. I think you were singing in a singing competition or something like that. So I'm pretty sure you started singing before you went to Big Brother. And, you know, before now, you're a super talented actress doing amazing things. But my question to you is, from your perspective, how can entertainers like yourself, because the beauty industry in Africa is rapidly changing. I would say I went to China and nobody sent me a message. When I went to China, I took my 2 legs and I walked into Sephora and they told me, sorry, we don't have anything in your shade. We don't have anything. As in even pencil, I couldn't buy. we don't have anything in your shade. I carried my shade because nobody sent me there before. I knew where I was. I knew where I entered. And I left there. But, so, I'm asking, because we know in Africa, we are trying so hard. We have a whole different range of shades, darker skin tones. And, we speak so much about inclusivity and including everyone and making sure every skin tone and every skin type is, spoken for and spoken about. So I'm just coming to you because you have that. You have your beauty brand, Brown Girl Magic. Brown Girls Magic. And again, you're an amazing entertainer. So that balance, how are you able to find that balance? And just from your perspective, how can entertainers like yourself come into this industry and, try to also make a difference here?
All right, so first, before I start, can we all give ourselves a big round of applause? I also want to thank our conveners for putting this together, Auntie Beatrice and Madam Linda. Thank you so much. Can we give them a big round of applause as well? This is the third year, and I was really bummed when I couldn't make the first one. I was like, oh, snap, what's going on? And then last year came, and I was like, quickly, I told my assistant, hurry up, let's get... And then I'm now part of the Beauty in the Motherland family. So I want to say thank you. How can entertainers, come into the beauty industry? Well, for some, they see it as a business. They just want to make money. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. For me, why did I decide to come into, skincare and start Brown Girls Magic? So I was terrible with my skincare. I didn't know anything about skincare. I was one of those people that just thought sunscreen is for Imbo people. That after all, God created us and put us on the equator. That means our skin can, absorb as much UV rays as possible. So I really didn't know anything about it. And right after Big Brother, which was in 2017, I was hearing people say, Bisola, this your pimples, this your, in my mind, like, I really didn't see anything wrong with it. I just thought it was one of those things that, this pimple now, it will come, it will go, fresh one will come out again. So I didn't take care of my skin. I just didn't care. But after a while, you're now watching yourself. You're watching clips back. You are having a following. And you look and say, you didn't see your predecessors. They look so good. What's going on? And I remember I tried so hard. I don't know how many of us know Samuel Josephs of 25 Skin. Yeah? So I was trying so hard to get like an appointment with Samuel. It took forever because he was really, really fully booked then. And it was Kayla Oniwo who finally helped me get a booking. And then I walk into Samuel, we did the consultation, and he says, okay, yes, thankfully you have good skin, but you're not taking care of your skin. And that's when he started talking about sunscreen. I said, sunscreen, man, I cannot spend money and buy sunscreen. No. And I was like, no, you need He said, no, you need it. You know, for everyday protection, I didn't have face wash. I'm telling you, this is just 2017, 2018 year. I did not have face wash. You see my sponge. As I wash armpits, I use and wash face. I'm telling you facts. You see my towel, as I wipe like this, same thing was what I was doing. So then he started teaching me, you have to be, your skincare morning routine is different from nighttime routine. You have to always apply sunscreen last. And I was like, this is a lot. But, I kind of started doing it. So I remember going back to him and I said, this was in 2018 when I conceived the idea of Brown Girls Magic. So I went back to him and I said, okay, this is fantastic. You say sunscreen. But you see, I like wearing sleeveless clothes. What about my arms? Wouldn't they be protected? He said, yes, but we don't really have so many products that have SPF. I said, this small tube of, I cannot use it as body cream, but by day 3 it would have finished, because it was pricey at the time. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm still managing my finances and all of that. So he said, don't worry. And that was how the idea came about. Like, okay, maybe I should create something for us, by us, SPF, body product. And then I started talking to Samuel. So Samuel is actually my formulator. And because I enjoyed the transformation of my skin, I could see it glaring. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, just because I'm using retinol in the night and I'm not working in the morning without sunscreen, I'm looking bright, I'm looking better. And I was not bleached. You can see I'm a dark-skinned woman, So I go back to him and I said, I'm actually interested in this business. And he was like, you know now, Beauty Therapy Institute is here, so you can learn about it. And so he got me enrolled in a course to study cosmetic science, just to understand it, because I wanted to know, okay, what are the things that we should know? What is AHA? Before I used to call it AHA and BIHA. AHA and BIHAs. What's that? So he was, they took me on the training, which I'm actually want to go back for another refresher course, because sometimes when you're making money, you forget, the talent takes over. So I went back to him, and from 2018, we started. COVID then happened. It was now almost impossible to get samples in. So we were on this journey for quite a while, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, getting NAFDAC. Who are the people that tried to get NAFDAC number? Oh, my Lord. So eventually it happened in 2023. It came about, Brown Girls Magic, came to be. Clap for Brown Girls Magic now. But because I was really, really passionate about it, I was happy about the things I had learned, and, I just wanted to be in the forefront. We started Brown Girls Magic. My people. You see, when we spoke to the other panelists here, I could totally relate to all of them because I was burning out. I wanted to do everything by myself. Books, so Nami one do am. How many others are going out? Oh, Nami one do am. A few deliveries to make people feel special, Nami one do am. But I was actually burning out. But before I go away from the question that you asked too much, because I like telling stories, sorry. I think for some, if it's just the business part of it, I think you should get professional hands, people who truly understand the business. Like I said, I'm working with Samuel Joseph. He's my formulator. People trust him, trust his voice, trust the products that he's put out. And he was able to guide me on what to do, how to do it, and here we are today. I think that if you really, truly have the passion for it, you can also take up courses so that you understand, so that when your ingredient list is sent to you, you're not just looking at, what's this? It doesn't look like a bunch of jargons in front of you. So just for the understanding, I haven't started formulating myself, like doing all the mix, no, because I really don't have the time for that, because my talent is what actually pays my bills, and that was how I was able to save money to start Brown Girls Magic. But I think that it is something that creatives can do, but having an understanding of the business that you're getting into is also very important. And even if you don't want to dabble into the nitty-gritty of the business, you can be the face, but don't be totally lost to it. Have an understanding. And I guess it's something we are all doing anyway. For those who actually love looking good, it's a passion. We are happy that we're making people happy. So yes, the sky is the starting point.
The sky is the starting point. Thank you so much, Bisola.
Thank you.
I feel like if I leave you, you just keep talking to.
We
could hear you talk all day. We could listen to you all day. Jane, I'll come to you. Just from a bit of a different perspective, you've built a thriving career as an influencer, as an entrepreneur in beauty and in fashion, and we hear that they say content creation and influencing is the new oil. It's the new gold. Yeah. We hear a lot of people talk about it. And just from your experience of being an influencer and being an entrepreneur, I want to ask, what are some of the unseen challenges you faced? And how have you been able to sustain that career, both as an influencer and also as an entrepreneur?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jane Ogu, and I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. How I just said I'm an influencer.
Oh, girl.
I'll take the tag.
Yes, please.
I started my career when I was 15 years old as a makeup artist. I'm 34 years today, so that's like 19 years of being in the beauty industry. I started my full-time business about 9 years ago. Next year will make us 10 years as Flawless Faces by Jane. I don't know if you guys remember us. Yes. So because I started young, it was easy for me to always just put myself in front of the camera and sell whatever it is I want to sell. I was not one of those people that thought I needed influencers or needed other people to sell my product. I always put my face out there. I would sell it to everyone who cares, who can buy, who needs to hear about it, who needs it, you know. So the influencer thing that we're seeing now are things that people have been doing in the past, you know, but individually just for their products. Now, what we're having now is an influencer can just be an influencer and market other people's brand and products. But these are things that people like me did. Like when I started Flawless Faces by Jane, I sold Flawless Faces by Jane. When I started Nuban Beauty, I sold Nuban Beauty. I'm doing Lux Braids now. If you go to that page, you will see my face there. I'm going to sell Nuban Lux Braids. I started a handbag business last year as a birthday gift to myself. And it's one of the things that we have here today. And I also started fashion, I think 2023, just to invest in my 21-year-old brother's business idea back in, he's 25 now, so that was 4 years ago. I think influencing as any business owner is the most important, apart from the business structure and the things behind the scene. Who represents your business is very important. Who are the people your business sells to is very important. For example, if you wanted to launch a product, you know, you're going to learn all of the people that, if I'm launching a bottle of water and I'm selling it for 200,000 naira, for example, you want to know the type of people who can buy 200,000 naira bottle of water. So over the years, you know, I've kind of like studied the industry from across board, like, you know, fashion, from, you know, beauty, from service, you know, area. Like there's just a whole lot of things that influencing affects as a business owner. Does it determine whether you're going to make sales for your business or not? No. But knowing the type of people, like a product or the type of audience your market, your products would influence. For example, I'm trying to find a better way to describe it. So as an influencer, what you influence or the kind of products that you have will determine the type of people who are going to buy into it, the type of people who are going to even like kind of like listen to what you're saying as an influencer. Let me give a scenario. I use Kamsi. I don't know if you guys know Kamsi for my brand as an influencer. If I put braids on Kamsi, she sells like tons of braids for me. And then I take out Kamsi and I give her maybe a handbag, for example. She might not really sell handbags, right? So people are more in tune with her as, you know, the beauty, the braid part. The fashion part is not really, you know. So over the years, I'm beginning to understand how, you know, influencing your business, influencing the kind of people you bring on board to your business, and even how you represent your business, you know, affects the type of business that you do. I don't know if I've explained this, you know, yeah.
You have. Thank you so much, Jane. Hi, May. When we introduced you, you were not here. So I'll introduce you again. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the gorgeous May Yul Edochie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hi, May. So I'll come to you and just sort of touch on what Jane spoke about and then, you know, lead to your question. And for you, I'm coming from the mindset. You're doing amazing things. You're a philanthropist. You're an entrepreneur. You're a brand ambassador to, you know, brands and stuff. You're an influencer. What mindset shift did you have that made you realize I can dabble in many things, not one thing? I don't have to restrict myself or limit myself to just one career path.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, good afternoon.
Let me start by appreciating Auntie Beatrice. She's the reason I'm here today. This is my first time with Motherland, Beauty in the Motherland. This is my first time. And I got to know that it's really something big. There's nobody that doesn't know about it. Even my daughter was like, where is your box? Why haven't you unboxed this? I was like, did they give her a box? She was like, are you for real? So I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you so much, Auntie Beatrice. So to your question, yes, you're trying to say I'm jack of all trades. Yeah, that's what everyone says. But master of all, not master of none. So the mindset I have for me personally, it's more like being intentional, purpose-driven, success-driven. I don't care about what people say. I would not let someone who knows nothing about me or who doesn't know me define my worth. Like I said, I'm intentional about myself. I believe in myself, in my abilities. I believe nothing can stop me. So instead of, and again, I leverage on what people say. So for me, it's more about Monday morning, talking about me while I'm making money, that sort of thing, So instead of dwelling on all those negative things that people say, because whether you like it or not, they must talk. So I am focused. I know who I am. I know what I want in life. So I channel all my energy and all my resources into that. And that mindset has really helped me to, accept challenges as an invitation to growth, to refine myself or redefine myself as the case may be. And then it helps me to even show up with more confidence and authenticity.
Thank you, May. I'll come back to you, Dakore. Something I find that a lot of people struggle with is maintaining or striking a balance in, everything that they've decided to do. You're an actress. You're a mom. You're an entrepreneur. How are you able to find that balance in a way that your family doesn't struggle, your acting career doesn't struggle, and your business as well doesn't struggle? That's middle point for you, that balance. How are you able to?
I'm still finding that. Trust me. I think for me, what I do is I just handle things as they come, one at a time. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, because when you're overwhelmed, you are no good to yourself or to anyone around you. So just take it one at a time. Sometimes certain things will suffer. That's normal. But you have to have certain levers that will let you know, low, this one, family time is on red. Okay, I have to step up. Like I said earlier, and May just said also, intentionality. Yeah. You have to be very clear on what is important to you. If family is important, then you know that, okay, I cannot jeopardize my family. And that's who I am. I'm very family oriented. But at the same time, I'm also very success driven. I've been a success by the grace of God for a very long time. So I'm used to that. So I had to make my family aware that in as much as I love you guys, I also want to keep being who I am. But then as a woman, we tend to have seasons. Our lives tend to be in seasons. I see that there are a lot more women in the audience. But even for men, like my bro here, who's in front of us, you're going to marry, you're going to support someone. It's good to understand what it takes. I'm speaking it. Say amen. Thank you. So it's really, about taking it one at a time. Be intentional about what you want and go for it, because really no one's going to do it except you. You can be in your room, sit there all day, wish upon a star. Nothing is going to get done until you get up. So for me, the same thing. When I started in acting and, started making an impact, and everyone was all about, oh, she's so natural. She's so natural in the way she does things, in the way she speaks, or her look, or this or that. And that was the vibe. That was the vibe I wanted to present, which I was able to. And I've allowed that permeate through every aspect of my life because I want to be true to what I say. By the grace of God, I've been a brand ambassador for many brands, MTN, Samsung, Too Short, Amstel, that's my family, And in doing that, I was able to learn what people like to see and be able to understand, okay, this is what is expected of me, So when you go through that and you have a lot of experience, it can help you actually propel yourself in your life, in your career, and whatever it is you want to do. And then have mentors, have people that you look up to and say, oh, I like how this person moves. There's something about them that I admire. And don't try to be them, but you can emulate them. You can say, oh, I admire this lady's strength. I admire this lady's beauty. I admire this, and that way, it can help you to create your own personal blueprint. Because sometimes I find people I envy this person. No. Don't envy anybody because you don't know the reality of what it takes for them, to be what you are seeing. And we're in a social media age where a lot of people are posing. They are posing. Don't let anybody's flex stress you. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So I think these are all little ways of you creating your own blueprint, your own personal brand, and you show up every day authentically who you are. For me, my business, Dakori Beauty, I love anything natural. That's my niche, and I'm very happy to stay there. But if I wake up tomorrow morning and decide, okay, I want to go into cosmetics, I can also do that because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So please don't limit yourself. Don't allow anybody tell you what you can or can't do. I see you, boo. Just keep unfolding and keep learning and keep showing up, and God will make the path. There's something that came to my head. It says, make the move and the path will appear. Do you catch that? But you got to make the move, though. Nothing is going to happen unless you decide. Like, for instance, and then again, find your tribe. Find the people who root for you genuinely. Like, for me, I have to shout out my sis, B. You looked for me. When I wasn't here last year, because I had moved over to get my kids situated in school, and I wasn't here, Sister B called me. She said, you have to be here. I said, I do? And she's like, I believe in you. And I'm like, wow. This is not me as an actor. This is me as an entrepreneur. It's different. And the way she reached out to me, it made me even believe more in myself. Because sometimes we don't even know what we carry. But it takes someone else to see you and to see that light in you and say, I need that. That light is what we need. And bring you out. So allow yourself to be seen. Don't hide. Just be yourself. And those who are your tribe will find you and then they will propel you. You cannot do it alone. It takes a village, but it takes a village of good people. I rest my case.
You rest that case. Okay, so I'm going to come around with a question for each and every one of you. And then I'll come around again with just a playful question. Then we'll open the floors for questions. But Bisola, I'm coming back to you. And Dakora said something about no hiding. Something that I know being an entertainer has caused is you're always open to public scrutiny. You're always you're in people's eyes, you're in people's faces, and so it means everybody is all up in your business. And I've heard one too many friends and acquaintances that I have say, oh, I've started this business, but I'm not putting my face to it because I don't want when people drag me, my business will suffer. She said, that's me. Oh. Not the business, Abby, but I've heard, different people in the public eye say things like that. I honestly thank God for you I cannot say any scandal that I have seen your name inside or public scrutiny. Have people heard or seen? I haven't really seen any. But again, I'm just asking you because you've been here and you've been in the public eye for a very long time. How are you, say that happens to you, God forbid. Echo it. But how are you still, or how should people be able to maintain the credibility and reputation of their business whilst undergoing public scrutiny?
How?
Since Family Feud. Thank you for not forgetting.
I cannot forget. The way you corrected me that day, I said, let it stick, let it stick. And I'm also one of those people that, just learn how to pronounce someone's name properly.
Thank you.
That's how they want to be addressed. Okay. So I would say I've been pretty intentional. And the trajectory of my life is, and God, some things happen in your life that you don't know why it's happening at that point in time. And it's in years to come that you understand why it has happened that way. I'm going to take, you said I haven't been in any scandals and stuff. So I'm going to take it all the way back to when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And I found out my mother was really heartbroken. I was engaged to her dad of blessed memory, but then the engagement didn't work out. I had this beautiful child, and I'm looking at her. You, the mother, you want to be in the public space. Do you know what primary and secondary students do to their colleagues and their fellow students? They show them shaggy. I was shown a lot of shaggy when I was in primary and secondary school. I was bullied a lot. So I would come home with bruises on my knees. As a matter of fact, there was one time I was in primary 4, and my mom had been away in the UK for about 6 months. And there was one particular boy, his name is Tosin. I can't remember Tosin's surname. But Tosin said to me one day, I think he begged me for food. This is food that we're managing. Momsi was not around. Momsi left us with our house help, Auntie Biri. I really wish I can find that woman. She's from Cotonou or Senegal, one of those countries. So she left us with Auntie Biri, and she didn't really know how to speak English well. So they, bring your cup, bring your. That's how she used to communicate with us. And Tosi one day, because I didn't give him food, comes to me and looks at me and says, my daddy is police. He will arrest you. I kid you not. I can remember. I'm almost 40. I can still remember. This is something that he said to me when I was about 7, 8 years old. I can still remember. I was traumatized. So I was scared of going to school. I was bullied a lot. So I thought of my own child. I said, when you're out there in public, oh my gosh, certain roles you're going to act, it will come back to your kid. Especially in this day and age where we have devices, which is one of the reasons why I ensure that Layla, you not go use phone till you mature. So I was always thinking, have to look back on your child. You have to be sure that it doesn't have a ripple effect in a negative form on your kid. So I've been deliberate. I mean, I used to be very, very spontaneous. Get up and go, do things. Spontaneity, they cupboard. I locked it up, because there's some things, spontaneity sometimes can lead you into trouble, sometimes if you don't think things through properly. So over the years, having my daughter and always just thinking, remember your roots, remember where you're coming from. Is this the example that you want to show this child? Has just kind of kept me on track. Don't look for trouble. Make your money, feed your family, on to the next one. And that's been a cycle that I have, followed over the years. Now, had it been that I'm scandalistical, in this day and age, you will leverage that scandal and use it to sell market too. Because now no PR is bad PR is what they say. I mean, sometimes it depends. Sometimes it is bad. Sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes people's careers have ended, from certain things. But I think that even for people who are not in the spotlight, they have moments in their lives where it feels like it's the end. Cancel culture is a thing now. Oh, you've done something wrong, canceled. I think we should always try to remember that we're first human. And being human first, you are bound to make mistakes. You don't know it all. I think we should not be too hard on ourselves as well. If you kind of always remember that you're first human, and this mistake that you made, it was a human mistake, not that you were deliberately wicked and evil and just wanted to do something bad. I think you shouldn't let that hide you or dim your light, especially if you genuinely, truly have something to give. And somehow, even in the Bible, it's the worst of the worst people that God just always pulls up to, change generations. So I think as a celebrity, a famous person, a socialite, if you do fall into that bad press, if you can get a PR management team to help you work it out, if not, sometimes maybe stay away from the scene for a little bit, and then from your actions, poco a poco, you can now try to, just turn it into the positive, and it may or may not turn out well, but just give it a try. There's nothing wrong in trying. Yes, there's nothing wrong in trying. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bisola. I'll come back to you, Jane. Let's speak a bit about you juggling everything you're doing. What would you say the biggest challenge you've faced in juggling all your businesses are, and how have you been able to overcome that challenge that is your biggest challenge, or was your biggest challenge?
I don't think it's easy being anybody, being lazy, being poor, being rich, being anybody, being pretty, being ugly. I mean, no one is ugly in my eyes, but nothing is easy. So I choose the difficult, easier part, which is to live my dreams, to wake up every day, have an idea, execute it if I can, if I see the possibilities in, succeeding at it, or even it's just helping someone else, even if it's not me. For example, I take classes, for example. When I take makeup classes, brow classes, I don't do it these days because maybe for the money or something. I do it because there's someone next to me that me teaching the skill that I have would change their life, like makeup changed my life. So I think for me, it's just choosing the easier part. The easier part is to, be independent. The easier part is to be able to provide for myself and for my family. The easier part is to be fulfilled as a person, to wake up every day and chase something. I've seen a lot of people who are not driven, and I always wondered, like, how do you just wake up every day and then there's nothing you're pursuing, And I feel like for me, it's an addiction now, because I just wake up every day and there's a set goal every week. There's something I must do a month. There's something I must do. I just graduated from Wella program. It's Women in Entrepreneurship Leadership Program in Africa. And it's one of those things I just told myself last year that I must learn a new thing. I want to learn how to structure my businesses better. I want to learn confidence. After graduating from that school, it gave me so much confidence. We were like 40-something people in the room. And, in that room, I had a voice. In that room, I was somebody that, maybe before, you do so many things, but there's sometimes you gather up in a space and then people you can hear yourself. You can hear the volume that you speak, in a room. So, of course, being someone who wakes up every day and has a goal, has, a target, has something that they do, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I'm not even a mom yet. I'm not even a wife yet. I'm dreading that part. Like, how are you going to do it? My sister has a child and one boy, and she doesn't even have any social life. And me, I was like, hey, God, I still like to turn up once in a while in Boho. How are we going to do this? But nothing is easy. And one of the things that has grounded me or kept me grounded over the years, but I'll be the best that I can be for that thing and for myself. And, Dakari said something about Auntie Beatrice and Ndidi. I remember the first time I met Auntie Beatrice. She won't remember. But let me recap. I went to Nectar Beauty to buy Babyliss straightener or coiler. And I don't know, something happened. It got damaged or something, and I brought it back. And they said, no, you can't change it. And I said, you guys, baby Liz that time was like 24K or something. No, I just opened my salon and I went to Nectar because that's where, for me, you buy, till now, if you want to buy the original product, you go to Nectar Beauty. The cheapest too, the price point is insane. So I always go to Nectar to supply everything. And then she came out and they're like, oh no. She was just so kind to me. And then I just carried the tin and went home and said, if the owner of this business can come out and talk to me. If you guys have been to Nectar Beauty, you see the floors, like 2 floors of everything full, like anything you're looking for is there. And then the second time, I think it was through, I'm trying to remember her name. She told me about Auntie, and she's like, oh, that she's a very good friend. I think she mentioned me again, and I was like, yes, I met her one time. And so when I met Auntie Beatrice, I became obsessed, because the first time, it was through an altercation that was supposed to be a bit, but she just calmed me down like this. Don't worry, dear, don't worry. She just talked to me like, I carried the team, went back. I even blamed my staff for the issue. And when Beauty in the Motherland started, she told me about it. And let me not say it out publicly, but she did something for me the first year that, there's no year Beauty in the Motherland, nothing will happen that I won't show up. Even if I will send my whole team, but I feel like I'm a part of Beauty in the Motherland now. And I remember last year saying to her, I was like, Auntie, this year, this place will be packed. And this year is packed. Next year, I've been telling her too that once you release date, it will be full next year. So, if you guys are here, I'm not sure if this is your first time, I want you to be aware of the impact Beauty in the Motherland is going to create in Africa for the next 5 years. If you're going to be here, if you're a person who's interested in beauty, skincare, whatever it is, I see a lot of, I'm still young, but a lot of younger people here. I want you guys to believe in the vision that if you put your Beauty in the Motherland is just 3 years old. I've been to all the beauty exhibitions that's happened in Nigeria, and I can tell you guys that this is the biggest one yet. It shows you what dedication, community can build. Even today, I still told her, and she's like, see, Jane, it's the grace of God. Like, there's nothing I'm doing. It's just God's grace. And she's doing all of this with ease. So these are the women that I look up to. When I want to do something, I know that there's so many women that are doing it. They're great women, authors, mothers, have raised kings, raised presidents, So when I wake up every day, I'm just an ordinary girl. I will just, as long as my feet can stand, I'm up. As long as I'm healthy, there's food in my stomach, I'm up, and I'm going to achieve that goal till, I win. I hope I will always win. So, I don't know if again.
You have. You have. Thank you so much, Jane. And May, I'll come to you with, the final question before I come round for our play question and play segment. But one thing I can categorically say about you is that your personal brand remains authentic through all the industries that you're in. And so I want to come to you and ask, how are you able to stay resilient and still maintain that authenticity of your personal brand without, all the noise of all the sectors and everything else that you're doing? Just how are you able to maintain that resilience and, reinvent yourself while navigating all those passions?
Okay. Resilience for me, what it has done for me is to take me through the path of empowerment. Resilience for me just pushes me. It keeps me going. There's so much I do. I don't even know how I juggle through all these things, but one thing I know is that juggling through my passion has helped me to release pressure, a lot of pressure. So I be myself. For example, look at me. I don't have no makeup on. I don't have no makeup on. I'm the creator of a makeup line, QM Beauty, but I'm wearing no makeup. So that is what resilience has done for me, helping me take away pressure. before now, I could be, I have to look like that. As a makeup owner, I have to, everybody will be there wearing makeup. No, I don't have to. It doesn't mean that my products are not good. In fact, I want to come like this so that people can see me do a live demo of my makeup products. You understand? So that is what resilience has done for me, It has also pushed me to do certain things that ordinarily I wouldn't have done, which brings me back to the invention of QM Beauty. Yes, I've been an influencer, brand ambassador for multiple brands. Sometimes they carry me enter film. I see myself there. I don't know how. And now I wanted to do something that would resonate, across Africa, that would relate to a lot of people, not just for me. That's why QM Beauty is not about profit making. Yes, I love money, don't get me wrong, but it's really not about profit making. It's about networking, connecting people. Let us all make the money together. That's why when I came out with franchisees in the UK, in US, and, everywhere. I have partners everywhere, and that gives me joy. That gives me joy. That helps me to reduce pressure again, because I see myself doing something that I like easily. I do it with ease. So, sorry, your question again.
I actually just asked how you're able to stay resilient and, keep reinventing yourself and with all your multiple passions.
Okay, so I've talked about resilience. So, of course, I will keep reinventing myself, because reinvention for me is not just starting all over. It's about carrying your essence into, your new space and letting it evolve. So anywhere I find myself, I want to be. There's a whole lot in the pipeline. It's not just this. It's not going to stop here. There's a whole lot in the pipeline. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to encourage anyone that is here, whatever it is, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything hold you. And even if you don't have the money, I have been planning this for a long time. They can all tell you that joining the beauty line is not easy peasy. It's not small money. You want to produce, and factory is telling you have to do 30,000 pieces, 10,000 pieces. You have to buy containers. It's crazy. It could be. But it's not about that. Start first. You need to have a plan. When the money comes, you know what to do with the money. You could have the money now, and you just waste it. You understand? So build your plan. Build, that blueprint. Keep on it, keep drawing, keep improving. One day, money will come. Every little money, as I am now, every money that comes in, I throw it to factory. There's a whole lot I'm producing, I throw it to factory. That way you don't have time for unnecessary, expenses, things that are not worth it. You understand? So you need to have a plan. Forget about money. Money will come, so that when the money comes, you're already rolling.
Thank you. Thank you very much. May, before you drop that microphone, I want to ask you, if you could compare yourself juggling all your careers to one beauty product, what would it be? Would it be a serum? Would it be a bold lipstick? Or would it be a full face of glam?
For me, it will definitely be a full glam kit.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because a serum could be powerful. It could do a lot of things, but it's targeted to one or two results. And that's like just focusing on one or two careers. But lipstick, it gives you that bold, bold look. You have this presence. You can make a statement, but it's just one strategic product. And then, when you talk about the full glam kit, that's everything now. Why are we producing? You don't want to buy our eye pencil, eyeliner, everything like that, So it's just like, multiple careers and all of that.
Okay, thank you very much, May. Jane, this question I'm about to ask you, I know you have a whole business that is making beauty products. I know. But If you could launch a beauty product inspired by your personality, what would it be? That's why I said I know that is part of your range, most likely. But let's know which one is inspired by your personality.
Is there a business where you can just be calm, collected, but in tune with what's happening in the world? And then, I don't know how to, maybe it would be a spa. I don't know how to.
No, makeup product.
A makeup product?
Uh-huh.
Makeup. Maybe a foundation.
A foundation.
Yes. I think...
I'm curious as to how you likened your personality to that of Eve. I want to know what made you say foundation.
Because I don't know, I'm a very solid person. There's so many sources or so many angles to me. When I'm involved in something, it's solid. You know, in my friendships, in my relationships, in family, you know, even me as a person, I see myself as a very solid person. Like, I can hold a lot of things and they will thrive.
You are definitely foundation. Don't need to say anything. As you said, solid. You explained this perfectly. Nothing else to say. Anything else for her to explain again? Exactly. Okay, Bisola, I'll ask you. You've done acting. You've done music. You've done entrepreneurship. If today Netflix offered you a docuseries on a part of your life, what chapter would you want them to cover? What chapter of your life?
I think my childhood. Okay. I think I had a very interesting childhood. It was a mix of grass to grace to sansan. You know, I think it was a very interesting mix, living with family from, you know, your own comfort of your home. I think it was really interesting, and it's actually part of the things that shaped me into who I am in entertainment now. So all of the characters that you think you see is one family member or the other, one neighbor or the other. So it's all of that. I'd say my childhood up until I was about 18. Yes, very interesting times, yes.
All right, thank you very much. Decorah, I'll come to you. Your question has to do with Nollywood. Yeah. If Nollywood were a beauty product, what would it be? And how would you sell it?
If Nollywood were a beauty product,
what beauty products would it be, and how would you sell it to us?
Chai. Nollywood were a beauty product. Okay, that's a very unfair question. First of all, Okay, it would have to be one of my products. I would say Revive Plug.
Did you
Frame
say
it.
Revive Plug?
Revive Plug.
Is the answer in the name?
Yes. Because Revive Plug is a body polish, yeah? It's sugar-based, it's got turmeric in it, it's got all the yumminess to help you scrub away all the dead skin cells and the, you know what I mean? So how I would liken that to Nollywood would be how back in the day when you thought about anything to do with film from Africa, from Nigeria, it was always looked, even in the media, it was always negative. It was always bad stories, war, famine, kwashoko, children, you know, all those kind of things. But Nollywood helped to scrub up our image on the world stage. This was a precursor to even Afrobeats, the music. Nollywood was the first export. So I will say that, why I say Revive Plug, because it revived the perception of Africans, especially in diaspora, We already know ourselves here, right? But when we go outside, it's a different ball game. And I think Nollywood really helped to, improve our image. And it's still doing that all over the world till tomorrow. So, yeah. How did that do? I got there in the end.
You got there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And thank you to each and every one of you for, answering my questions. I'm going to open the floor to the room. And if you have questions, please just put your hands up. The first 5 people I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Sorry, forgive me. I said the first 5 people I see. I said the first 5 people I see. Don't worry, we're still here. We're still here. If we still have time for more. There was a lady here.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Uke Chioma Joy, and this question is to Queen May. My question will be, do you think your influence as a public figure helped to prepare your brand to its current success?
Say that again, please.
Okay, so do you think your influence, as a public figure that you are right now, do you think that prepared your brand to its current success that you're experiencing in your business now?
How do I answer this question? Well, yes and no. I will explain. Yes, because as a public figure, more people, tend to follow you, tend to know about you, so your platform is bigger. People want to patronize your brand, so in turn, it helps their brand, right? No, because you could have that platform, that opportunity, and you're not able to sustain it. There are a lot of people that have come, that have come into limelight, and 1, 2, 3 months, you don't see them. They disappear. But some people come there and they remain. Why? Because there is something they are giving. There's value. You understand? So if you don't have value to give, let's say somebody maybe let me use my story, for example. I know a lot of people patronize the brands that I represent, or they patronize me because maybe out of empathy, sympathy, whatever, But what happens later? They're coming back, not because of the first reason, because they saw something, because of the value. You understand? Again, talking about value, when you deliver on your duty, on your jobs, people see. You don't have to say anything. Drop your work. People see. They can pass their own judgment. So when I go a lot of places and I hear, hey, the way you carry this brand on your head, the way you carry that brand on your head, please come and advertise for us. Please do it like this. Or please do it. If I was not doing my job well, trust me, a lot of things have been happening now. There would have been replacement long before now. So I think I've answered your yes or no.
Thank you very much, May. So I know I had pointed out 5 people, but sorry, Nigeria is about to happen to you. So now I'm going to let the floor manager take the microphone to the 2 people he wants to take it to. I'm not even looking. As you can see, I'm not at fault. Blame him. Anything you want to do, blame him.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Edikan David. I am a content creator in the beauty and wellness space. And this question is to you, Auntie Dakore. I admire how you've positioned yourself and grown in the entertainment and beauty space. But from your experience, what is that one skill every woman in business and beauty should have to stay relevant?
Okay, that's a great question. You mean women in beauty business? Or
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
No, sorry, beauty or business.
Okay.
Like, it could be hair care, it could be skincare.
Okay. I think, first of all, know your why. Why am I doing this? Am I doing it for fame? Am I doing it for money? Whatever your reason, there's no perfect answer. Your answer is your answer. But know your why. Because that's what will help you wake up in the morning to do the job or to do whatever you need to do. So that's purpose, tied to purpose. What is your purpose? Why am I doing what I'm doing? What am I getting out of it? So know your why first. Then you should have a plan, a strategy to execute. Because knowing your why is one thing, but you have to put the effort so that you can actually create something that's worthwhile or long-lasting. And then surround yourself with people who know more than you. Because you may be good at something, one thing or two, three things, but there are other people who were there before you who have a lot more insight and experience. So having them in your corner will help to even propel you further. And they could be mentors, it could be training, like if you go for a training or whatever. And then also be innovative, be open-minded. Because inspiration comes from different places. So if you're only one track, in as much as you can be focused, but you can also be open so that you learn and you see, okay, this worked for this person. Okay, let me see whether maybe I can apply this, something like this to mine, but I'll make mine different. So that, and then also hold on to your uniqueness. That's your unique selling point. Pinpoint it and enhance it. And then do everything that you can to nurture it as well. Because that unique selling point has to always be revived, replenished, nurtured. So that way you don't burn out. Because a lot of people get to a certain point and they cannot go further because there's nothing new. Some people think, I know everything. What's there to possibly know? Like me now in the film industry, I still go for training. I still go for acting classes. I still learn. I still read, so that I can always, and I watch other movies. I watch people's performances and things like that. That's on the film side. And then whatever you are doing, there's always a common thread through it. For me, it's excellence. Whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing it, that spirit of excellence has to be there. So that's for me. So I appreciate the question, and I thank you for what you said also. Why I do what I do is to encourage, the young ladies out there, the young men out there. I'm the oldest in my family, so I've had to always be responsible and have my head screwed on, be the foundation, the example, and that has helped me. Even though at that time my mom was so strict on me, mommy, nah. But now I can stand and I can talk and I can support and I can encourage because I've been in that hot seat, So I think if you apply some of these things I've mentioned and so much more that my wonderful ladies, my co-brainiacs of business, just be open-minded, I think, more than anything, because there's always something to learn. Yeah? All right.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ibukun. And so I want to ask, this question is for the actors in our midst. So what would be your advice for an aspiring actor, the first step or the steps he or she can take? And also, as a woman in the acting industry, I was speaking to a friend one time and I was telling him about how I wanted to go find the acting industry and all. And I was like, for that, you have to climb bed. So how do you create a space for yourself in the acting industry and also keep your values at the same time? And yes, Awa said something about attaching yourself to your destiny helpers. So I'm attaching myself to you people now. I am an aspiring actor.
Okay. Hello. Is this loud enough? All right. So first things first. I think you need to understand why you want to be an actor. For some people, they want it for the fame because they have other goals. If I'm famous, I can go into politics. If I'm famous, I can start a business. And I think acting is the way to go. For some people, they have the talent. And it's people seeing that talent and they're like, oh, this talent is wasted. Why don't you go into acting? For some, they just want to do it for the passion. So you need to understand, first off, what is your driving force? What is that thing that leads you or is trying to make you become an actor? Second of all, it's not that easy. It's not that, I've been in music and entertainment for about 17, 18 years. My daughter is 16. Yes, about 17, 18 years now. Because I first of all started off doing backup singing, all the way, Joe Legba, for all them Lord of Ajasa. Yes, OJB Jezreel back in the day, before Project Fame even happened. So, it's not an easy job. I think for many young people now, what they are seeing is the glitz, the glam, social media, what they see, oh, this person has so many jobs. Oh, they're an actor. Till tomorrow, there are some people in this same Nigeria, I'm sure in this room, that don't know who I am. And they'll be like, hey, who is she? Hey, she's an actress. Hey, what did she do? Hey. So, I'm still work in progress, right? Now, for those that you have heard, have said, you have to surrender leg, I'm not saying it has not happened in the industry, but I can proudly say it has never happened to me. It has never. The only thing that has happened to me that I will tell you is that one director did not want to work with me because I was black. He said that, yes, he said I was too dark-skinned, that they will have to get too many lights to light up the room. I kid you not. I kid you not. And I was so heartbroken, but my producer was like, no, I'm going to work with her. I'm going to work with her because of her talent. And thankfully, that talent is what has carried me thus far. So you and the upcoming people, first of all, need to know if you can actually act. Because I'm very sure that there are some movies you've watched and you'll be like, what's this one doing in this business? Do you understand? So you need to know if you can actually act. Your mirror should be your best friend. Perform to yourself. Enjoy what it is you see. And then now we have tools that help us, you can watch acting classes, even if you don't want to pay or go to acting school. YouTube is there to help you. You can make videos of yourself, share it with your little community, and from there it can, take you far. And as attached, you go work. Don't think that, because I'm not attached to this actor, I don't blow. That's not how it works. You're going to have to grow and work hard. Acting is not easy business. When people get into it, that's when they understand. And me now, this is my first film I'm executive producing. I used to just collect people's money before. Now I'm executive producer. I'm also a marketer now. Please come out and watch Ginger. And please, can we just give Auntie Beatrice a big round of applause because she sponsored 120 tickets. Beauty in the Motherland sponsored 120 tickets to watch Ginger in cinemas. So I was having people, because when I put out the video, I had people coming to me, Beauty in the Motherland. And, that's how they'll get their tickets. So it's a lot of work, and I'm still work in progress. I'm still learning the ropes. It doesn't happen overnight. But first, know how to act, and then other things would follow. Yeah.
And to just piggyback on what Bisola said, that thing that you said about them saying you have to compromise your standards and your body and all of that stuff, it's a lie. From the pit of hell. Trust me. If that is your purpose, that what God created you for, a way will open. And then, don't be desperate. Because bad people, they can smell it. It's a scent. I'll do anything. Whatever you say, you are mincemeat. But when you know who you are, you know whose you are, my dear, you don't have to do that. I don't want anybody, honestly, and anybody here, please, whatever it is you want to do, as far as is what God has created you onto this planet to do, trust Him to create a way. Challenge Him. Say, God, you created me in my mother's womb. This thing that you are putting on my heart, Lord, make a way. And I promise you a way will open. There's a reason why you are here. Why I feel I don't know. Your energy is very strong. I feel it. And I know you want it. But like Bisola said, you have to know, can you do it? Are you good at it? Do you have something you know you want to impart to the world? Not just for yourself. Because the truth is, you can have this fame, it will make you mad. Be careful what you wish for. Because you might get it. It takes so much more, my dear, than what you're seeing now. And I think that's our fault. We actors, it's our fault. We only show the beautiful part of it. When we're suffering on set, sometimes, my dear, I leave my house in the morning, 6 a.m. I'm coming back home at 6 a.m. the next morning, and I must still be on set. Have you heard about my children? My children don't even see me sometimes. Are you ready for that? No. Give her a microphone, I can't hear her. Are you ready for that? You are. Good. Then that's it. You have to have the mindset. So please don't be carried away by what you see on social media. They see me at the Toronto International Film Festival, and I'm just walking with my By the time you finish on set, you look like something they dragged from somewhere under the... Ask my brother Timini, I always tell him, because he works hard. Because he saw me work hard. He has now taken it to the 2.0. Because you have to work. You have to show up. So please, and anyone else here who wants to aspire to, and I know you're all aspiring to do something great, and you will, but you have to trust God. Don't do shortcuts. It's tempting. Nigeria is hard. Nigeria is hard. But hold on. And there's a reward for holding on. There's a reward. Yeah? We'll talk. Don't worry.
So we have one more
Good
question there.
Good afternoon. My name is Olubode Aishat. So my question is to the panelists. As a fresh graduate, trying to build a beauty line and also become an influencer, I often hear success is only about connections. Even finishing from school with my degree, they still have to tell me that I need to meet people or have people that can help me become what I want to become. So now, even if I meet these connections, some of them don't turn out genuine at all. So how can I stay motivated and meet the right people who will truly guide me? And also, I'm throwing into the panelists. I would love to be an influencer for any of your brand. So I really appreciate it if you can help me. Thank you very much.
Are you asking anyone in particular?
Are you wearing braids now? Okay.
Done.
Okay. So I started makeup. I think when I finished uni, I had a job before I went to uni, and I remember going to uni, and I did 2 years, 8 months in uni. I did all my summer sections. I didn't want to stay 4 years in school. In fact, I didn't like uni. I only went because my dad would not accept me being just a makeup artist. He wanted me to be something more than that, and I'm grateful for that. But the minute I came back from uni, I graduated 28th of October, 2013, and by 1st of November, I started work. I didn't even give myself any break. I didn't even celebrate matriculation. I just knew that I needed to do something. A lot of young people don't want to work, especially in this era. You've seen what someone has achieved in 10, 15, 20 years, and you want it in a snap. Which connection? Which connection? Even if you meet the president today and shake hands with him, you know me say money go drop. You know, there's really no connection, really. The idea of you need to be connected to somebody that leads you somewhere. No, if you're not a person, if you're not a somebody, nobody wants to affiliate with you. What I think you should do is build a community of like minds within your age, within your community where you live. Do you understand? Amongst your friends. Who are the friends that when you say you want to do something, they are willing to support you? I have personally filtered any friend that when I share a goal with you, you don't You don't send me. You don't care. We'll say, let's do this thing together. All four of us will be doing. The third one will be saying, I'm not doing. I will delete your number. I block you. I don't talk to you. So you need to affiliate yourself with people that maybe you might not see it clearly, Sha, because it's not like we all just, yeah. So you're going to have friends that even if some of them, like, I have some friends now, they still call you and beg you for money, and we could have all made it back then. They were so lazy, they were so entitled, So a lot of young people are here. I have a lot of staff that are below 28 and 25. And you see their mindset. Before salary finish, before the month end, I understand things are harder now than our time. But then, May said something about money. I've never taken a loan from a bank before, and I have 4 businesses, and I have saved every penny. If I make 5K, I will add it to 2K I have. I will add it to 3K I have. I'll add it to 10K. I keep adding. But you have a lot of young people now that the first 200K you have, bone straight, you go to one restaurant and you snap picture from morning to night, wear clothes, eat food, drink cocktail, soft girl era. You don't want to work. You don't want to build at anything, So as a young person, it is I always say it's your teenage years and your 20s are your building era. If you waste it, you've wasted it. So where you are right now is the place where you're supposed to build. You're not supposed to be looking for connections now. Nobody knows you. I'm sorry. No one knows you. No one wants to connect with you yet. But amongst your peers, imagine if in your classroom, maybe you're in your school, you are like the most intelligent girl. People know you for maths or physics. People want to affiliate with you. Your classmates will come to you and say, how far? Help me solve this thing. Imagine then the person in class that is not good at anything. Who will want to affiliate with them? Do you understand? So connections don't just happen. You build them. You build connections, and there's some events I do now that I will invite some of my friends. And these are like serious people. They will show up because Jane has proven herself over the years to be, you have a yellow skin. Of course, a lot of men just want to, they bear and come out. But then you've proven yourself that, no, this is not who I am. This is not what I'm here for. I remember meeting a lady and working with her maybe some years ago. I consulted for her brand, and in less than 3 months, her brand got the biggest exposure she has ever gotten. And she told me, I'm going to look for one of my nephews to marry you. I said, Auntie, that's not what I came to Lagos to do. I'm not here for your nephew to marry me. Pay me money the next year. And she said, I can't pay you. I just dropped everything and walked. Till now, we're still cool. She would call me, occasionally to do some jobs for her. But I made it known that at that time, that I'm not here for husband. I'm not here for men to, assess me. So as a young person, you have to work. There's no connection. I will tell you, there's no, like, someone will just carry you now and put you here to work. You will walk, You will walk. You will sleepless nights. Lagos traffic these days, By the time you get home, 6 a.m., you wake up again. In the last 5 days, I've been to Ghana, been to Abuja, back to Lagos, done exhibition. Only yesterday in fact, I didn't even have yesterday. I slept by 2 a.m. yesterday. I woke up by 6 today. I'm sitting here still. As I'm talking, my phone is buzzing, So there's no shortcut at all. You have to give yourself process. You have to work. You have to save your money. You have to listen to when people advise you. The one day people say nobody should advise me, make I chop my money, You have to listen to advice. You have to find mentors. I have so many mentors, male, female, that, at every period in my life, I look up to them. I have a mentor that you cannot be lazy around him. His first job is to tell you, what's that? Pick up yourself. Go and do this, go and do this. And then he will say it in a way that is very hard. And then he comes back later to, bring you back to your senses. And then I have a mentor that is just, la vida loca, if you want to live the fancy life, I'm seeing someone who, now this person lifestyle I want. There's mentor in every area of your life. Even when I was in school, when I had a job, there was people that, I wanted to build bridal makeups the way they were doing. I've seen this girl, she used to do like 10, 15 makeup in 2 months. Me, I want to do 15 makeups, brides, There's always somebody to look up to at every stage in your life. And when you get past that stage, you find someone else again that just helps you propel you to the next future. But there's no shortcut. There's no connect waiting.
Thank you very much. And you want to add something, May? Okay, thank you.
So in addition to what Jane has said, it's not by connection. Once in a while, it may work, but you need to have substance. Let me ask you, you want to be an influencer. Is it because of the flashy things you see? Influencers are popular, they get recognition. Is that the reason why you want to be an influencer? Do you have what it takes? Influencing is pure marketing. You need to have the skill. For me, before I came online to be the social media influencer you see today, I've always been marketing. Always been marketing. If I market something for you here now, in fact, somebody keeps telling me, Auntie May, don't do, before you go, you say you go make somebody buy rotten egg. Do you understand? That person no go know when he pay for rotten egg. So you need to have that. It's not, forget about the flashy things and all of that. So I just want to say that it's not about connection. You need to know what you want. And secondly, being in the right place, position yourself. You understand? As a philanthropist, there's a voice, there's a voice I need to listen to now. Saying, I need to ask a question. Is there one person here who wants to become a makeup artist? One person here who wants to become a makeup artist and cannot afford it. I'm talking about full empowerment to the tune of 1 million naira. One person. Oh my goodness. Okay, easy.
Hi, May. This is Big Brother. All intending recipients, can you please return to your seats?
But you people know, first of all, this lady in red turban raised up her hand. You noticed her. This lady in red turban. All of you had 1 million. You begin wrong. Come outside. They said makeup. Who wants to be? I saw her, and she actually said it like 3 times until she said 1 million before even now ran out.
This is what we are going to do.
Mr. Kango, you hear 1 million, you drop phone. No be content creation you do there. No be content.
You want to do makeup.
You too want to do makeup.
Okay, and then when I say to the tune of 1 million, it's not like I'm going to give you 1 million naira. No. We're going to train you.
Sorry.
We'll train you. We'll empower you. We'll provide all that you need, starting with the makeup chair, the lights. We'll teach you how to make videos, for your clients so you can showcase your work. And then we'll give you a full makeup kit. But I said one person.
Okay, you know what? May, these people are going to find you after this. And you figure out how you want to pick your one person. I don't know how you want to do it. I'm just going to quickly swipe mics with you because this mic is programmed for me. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Please, can you guys actually take your seats? Thank you. She has this for one person. I don't know how she's going to pick her one person. People should find May afterwards. But we have to get on with the day. Yes, to be honest and to be fair, before you mentioned any money, she had her hands up. So in all fairness...
It's for her. It's for her. Yeah. Okay. I saw her.
Yeah. In all fairness, she was at the back here, and once you said, is there any makeup, her hands were up. So just putting that out there. But I don't know what you have with me.
Content creator. My friend, bring out your phone and record. You say you want to do makeup.
Okay. Anyways, please, can we put our hands together for our amazing panelists? Because I need to let them go so the day can carry on. Thank you so much, Dakore. Thank you, Bisola. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, May. Pictures real quick. Okay. Okay. You guys, please don't leave. Oh, this is not the end of the event, so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this session. I told you at the start of it that it's going to be value upon value upon value, and we fulfilled our promise in that regard. We have one more presentation for the day, and you don't want to miss out on this. If you run a business and you want to understand how you can leverage advertising, particularly out-of-home advertising, then you want to stay for this final presentation. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's going to be value-packed.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you to all our amazing panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a forum that is going to happen here, so please don't leave. More exciting things are going to happen. More exciting people are going to come up, and it's happening now. But as you people know, I'm Santa Claus today. So just like I said, everyone here is leaving with something from Elan. On your way out after the forum, everyone here is going to be leaving with a product from Elan and a product from Aviv. On your way out. So thank you very much. My name is Hawa Magaji, and I had a blast with you guys today. Yes, I'm running away, but I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you the day after tomorrow. Have a good day. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the event.
The lady in braids. The lady in braids that asked the question. That Jane.
Use the time it takes to play this ad to apply sun protection with 0% white residue. Prevent damage from the sun.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, enriched with 95% pure vitamin C and pulp extract. For visibly radiant and even-toned skin in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, for your shade of beautiful.
Fact or myth? 75% of harmful UVA rays pass through clear glass. Fact. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin. Fact or myth? UV rays can't damage your skin on cloudy days. Myth. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin.
Skincare for my underarms? Let's talk about it. Nivea Pearl and Beauty. With pearl extract and avocado oil. Leaves my underarms soft and beautiful. I get care and 72-hour protection in one deo. Nivea Pearl and Beauty, the only skincare my underarms need. Skin is for having it all. Nivea is for skin.
Come on! I'm the photographer Black Milk. I have an exhibition in 8 weeks about how things get better with time. Let's go! Darling Natural Twist inspired me.
That looks amazing.
I'm seeing how the twists blend with her hair over time. How she actually feels more confident.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. That's definitely worth celebrating. Darling Natural Twist. Twists that get better every day. Just like you.
Panel. My name is Jillian Lamte Jahara, and I'm the head of business development for Fulham Nigeria Limited. Fulham Nigeria Limited is an outdoor advertising agency. We do media buying, media selling. We also have advertising signages in Lagos, Abuja, Ondo, and anywhere you want, we'll find it for you. Sorry, I know you guys have had a very interesting, long day, so I'll just get to keep it really fun and simple. So what I'm here to talk about is really to introduce the Fulham's package for SMEs. And I'm sure you're wondering, why would an SME, why would you want to do an outdoor advertising? Isn't it expensive? Is it not, you see the big billboards and you're wondering, I'm sure they pay 10 million, 5 million or whatever, but I'm here to demystify that myth, if that makes any sense. So Fulham is a leading out-of-home advertising agency, and we offer innovative out-of-home advertising, enabling businesses to acquire affordable advert placement spaces, providing opportunity for SMEs, local retailers, and businesses to reach out to their choice target audience. So these are some of our digital screens. I'm pretty sure you saw one just by Eko Hotel. Did anybody see the digital screen by Eko Hotel? Okay, yeah, so that's one of our billboards. Next slide. Okay, so why does out-of-home advertising matter to SMEs? Well, out-of-home advertising is very important to SMEs because, one, it increases brand visibility and awareness. It also helps build brand credibility. It drives local traffic, and then you can synergize it with your digital marketing. So whatever you do on social media, imagine if someone saw your brand on a billboard. They'll be like, okay, this has to be a credible brand. I mean, you wonder, why does Coca-Cola still advertise? Why does Pepsi still advertise, even though they are very popular? It's because they understand the importance of out-of-home. And that's what Fulham is trying to introduce to SMEs, to say, look, you shouldn't only do your marketing on social media. Social media is good. You're probably wondering, okay, you can speak directly to these people. But there are times where, personally, I see a brand online, and I'm wondering, okay, this brand looks good. They probably have very fantastic products. But the very minute I see that they do not have a walk-in store, I just slide. I just keep it moving. So imagine if I saw that brand online, and then I'm walking on the road or in a busy mall, and then I see that brand on a billboard. I'll be like, okay, even though they don't have a physical store, I can see that they're doing out of home. So it means that they must be quite credible. So the SME challenge. As small and medium businesses, especially in the beauty industry, we know how hard it is to stand out. Competition is fierce, social media is noisy, and algorithms change. In recent times, I don't know if anybody has noticed that Instagram has changed the algorithm again. So you see that at first it used to be likes and comments. So we have likes, comments, share. Now they've added repost again. And I think a couple of days ago, I also saw that they were going to change their video formats for Instagram. So instead of the very, so it's going to be like landscape and really exactly. So these are some of the, I don't want to say disadvantages, but these are some of the things that social media just, it constrains you. But with out of home, you can go big. If you have seen the Premium Trust Bank ad on 3rd Milan Bridge, that very big board, and then there are many, many lampposts on 3rd Milan Bridge, exactly. So, what's it called now? Sorry, out-of-home advertising gives SMEs what social media sometimes struggles to offer. We offer consistency because, when you see it on the board, like I said, we offer credibility, like I said previously, and then we also offer, people naturally trust a brand. So I used myself as an example earlier. If I see a brand, there's no walk-in store, I'm not going, I'm not buying, because everybody, no refund, no processing, 24/7, I don't have time for that. But if I saw that brand on a billboard, I know for a fact that, okay, this person has to be credible to want to be on the billboard. Next slide, please. So, why beauty brands need out-of-home advertising? Beauty is visual, beauty is aspirational, and beauty is life. Whether you sell hair extensions, skincare products, spa services, or makeup, you need to be seen literally. Everybody has to see your brand. Just imagine a glowing billboard of your latest products on a busy Lagos road. And so why I'm here, why I've been talking since morning, is the Fulham Nigeria Limited packages. At Fulham, sorry, previous slide, please. Previous slide, yeah. No, yeah. At Fulham, we understand that SMEs don't always have the big brand budgets. Because, you're wondering, it has to be 10 million, it has to be 15 million. No. That is why we have created a flexible out-of-home package for our digital screens. We help you start small, but make a big splash, whether it is a one-day campaign or a one-year campaign. Our goal is really simple: visibility that converts, packages that fit your budget, and exceptional support from start to finish. And now the call to action. Yeah. Remember, OOH or out-of-home advertising isn't just for the big corporations anymore. It is for the beauty entrepreneur launching a new product line, the spa opening its second location, the skincare brand ready to move from social media to the streets. If you want your brand to be top of mind the next time someone is deciding where to book a facial, buy a serum, make their hair, OOH is the way to go. And guess what? Starting is easier than you think. We have a booth in the exhibition hall upstairs, so you can come and then we can speak more. But before I go, I just want you to know, because it looks like I didn't mention the, how do I call it now? The price attached to this. For 45,000 naira a day, you can be on that digital screen by Eko Hotel, and I assure you, you would have visibility. You'll be able to convert to sales and all of that. Like, it's no joke. We at Fulham Nigeria Limited, we are quite innovative, and we have an application that allows us to streamline, basically streamline for SMEs. So yes, you will be on the same board with Coca-Cola that has come to pay me X amount, but for SMEs, that's a special package for only SMEs. With 45,000 naira a day, you can be on that board. With 1.5 million, you will be on the board for a full month, and you will get all the exposure that you need. And like I said, please come to the Fulham booth upstairs in the exhibition hall, and we'll tell you more. If anybody has any question, thank you. Anybody has any question that they would like to ask? Okay, so we have our email and our website, but if you want to speak to me or any of my colleagues, we are upstairs at the exhibition booth. Yeah. All right, thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Bye.
In the heart of Nigeria's busiest cities, your message deserves to be seen. Introducing the Fulham DOH network, where your brand meets the streets. From Broad Street to Bishop Aboyade Cole, Akure Ondo, Abuja FCT to Amadu Bello Way. Choose your reach. From 10,000 to nearly 30,000 monthly exposures. Special LED offers in Victoria Island. Flexible, powerful, unforgettable. Say that special happy birthday wish to your special someone. Reach your audience, maximize your ROI, stay data-driven, stay visible for only 45,000 Naira daily. Fulham DOH Network, message amplified, your voice everywhere.
All right, a round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen. And I know you will agree with me that we've had an amazing time this day one. You can only imagine what the second day is going to be like. But to close us out this evening, please make welcome on stage the co-founder, Beauty in the Motherland, Mrs. Linda Edozie. Please, a round of applause for her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I heard that the applause was too low. That is why she took our time. Please make welcome on stage one more time, Mrs. Linda Edozie.
Hello, everyone. Well, I just want to say a very big thank you to everybody that's been here today. It's been such an insightful, amazing day. And I hope that you've been able to take away some nuggets and network and just basically take advantage of the moment and this whole platform. There are more panel discussions tomorrow and Thursday. I hope you'll be here to participate in that. And thank you again very much. And don't forget to go to the exhibition hall. There are so many vendors. Everything is laid out. And it's going to be an exciting next couple of days. So hope to see you later. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much, Mrs. Linda. She is CEO Barazani Spa and the co-founder Beauty in the Motherland. Just to let you in on a few things that will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be talking about sustaining excellence, mastering quality in the beauty service industry. Also tomorrow we're going to be talking about funding and financial management for women in beauty. Still, same tomorrow, we're going to be talking Nigerian share ban, redirecting the narrative. And the final panel conversation for tomorrow will be the power of personal brands. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss any of these sessions. Don't forget, go to the exhibition area, engage with the various brands that we have, and I promise you that it's going to be an even better evening for you than the day started. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Smart and hardworking women power nearly half of our nation's heartbeats through small and growing businesses. Approved. Let's fund her. At Fidelity Bank, we don't just see women entrepreneurs. We see visionaries, builders, and creators of tomorrow. With Fund Her, women can access up to 100 million naira to spark growth and scale their visions. Fund Her is a movement, and it's already changing lives. Whatever your business, Fund Her is there to support you with loans of up to 100 million naira. Growing your business has never been easier. To apply, visit the link below.
Give more strength to your hair with Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins, so you can say goodbye to hair breakage. Wow! Mega Growth Leave-In Strengthener.
If you do suffer from KP, like on the backs of your arms, if you have pigmentation, if you have spots that you want to try to fade.
That hyperpigmentation, so age spots, sunspots, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, all of that stuff.
To address your skincare needs, go ahead and check out this brand.
Touch Skincare.
The KP Exfoliating Lotion. This has 12% glycolic acid and 2% salicylic acid. It comes in a pump dispenser, so easy to use. You get the most very hydrating, moisturizing body product and finish on the skin.
So you get a little bit more and you pay $12 less. So this to me is an absolutely fantastic alternative to this.
Once again, touch, get into it.
Use the time it takes to play this ad to apply sun protection with 0% white residue. Prevent damage from the sun.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, enriched with 95% pure vitamin C and pearl extract. For visibly radiant and even-toned skin in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Even Glow, for your shade of beautiful.
Fact or myth? 75% of harmful UVA rays pass through clear glass. Fact. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin. Fact or myth? UV rays can't damage your skin on cloudy days. Myth. Let's face the facts with the world's #1 sun protection brand. Protects your face from irreversible damage from the sun. Nivea is for skin.
Skincare for my underarms? Let's talk about it. Nivea Pearl and Beauty. With pearl extract and avocado oil. Leaves my underarms soft and beautiful. I get care and 72-hour protection in one deo. Nivea Pearl and Beauty, the only skincare my underarms need. Skin is for having it all. Nivea is for skin.
I'm the photographer Black Milk. I have an exhibition in 8 weeks about how things get better with time. Let's go! Darling Natural Twist inspired me.
That looks amazing.
I'm seeing how the twists blend with her hair over time. How she actually feels more confident.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. That's definitely worth celebrating. Darling Natural Twist. Twists that get better every day. Just like you.
Smart and hardworking women power nearly half of our nation's heartbeats through small and growing businesses. Approved. Let's fund her. At Fidelity Bank, we don't just see women entrepreneurs. We see visionaries, builders, and creators of tomorrow. With Fund Her, women can access up to 100 million naira to spark growth and scale their visions. Fund Her is a movement, and it's already changing lives. Whatever your business, Fund Her is there to support you. With loans of up to 100 million naira, growing your business has never been easier. To apply, visit the link below.